Turn it up. It is playoff time. Week 12. The winner survives to week 13 of the high school football season. And if that is the Denison Yellow Jackets, they will face the winner of tonight's contest between Sulphur Springs and the Waxahachie Indians. Denison has not fared well against either one of those squads in recent years, and they will be playing next Friday night at Texas Stadium at 8 p.m. Now, whoever the winner is of the Waxahachie-Sulphur Springs game, the game is at Texas Stadium. I'm not certain if that is true, depending on who wins between Denison and Lincoln tonight. But the Yellow Jackets, Kevin Farr, Lance Sam Millen, they definitely want to take care of their business tonight. They know they're in for a tough game, and you heard that on the Balloonatics Yellow Jacket Player Spotlight as Aaron Morrison and Jermaine Mundine talked about. They knew they had a challenge in front of them tonight, but the Yellow Jackets, we've talked an awful lot about the Lincoln Tigers and what kind of challenge they bring to the Denison offensive squad. But by the same token, you can say that Lincoln's defense has not seen, Denison certainly hasn't seen a defense the magnitude of Dallas Lincoln, but by the same token, Dallas Lincoln hasn't seen an offense the magnitude of the Denison Yellow Jackets, and while they probably will not roll up to 40-plus points and have too many 70-yard runs tonight, they do think they can move the football on their terms.
Yeah, the Jackets, you'd expect they're going to try to mix it up some. Even though the Tigers, they've only allowed 399 yards rushing in 10 games this year, an average of 39.9 contests. The Jackets, they're not going to disband the running game just because of those statistics. They're going to keep trying to run the football with DJ Jones and mix it up a little. And I know they're planning on mixing in a few different wrinkles this week with trying to move Jordan Taylor out of the pocket a little bit, roll him out some for some pass-run option situations from their junior quarterback, who really last week he really came on, looked like a whole lot more into form that we saw him in the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season before his broken collarbone.
Yeah, he did. And Lance Sam Millen, one thing that the Jackets are concerned about is that Jordan Taylor in both contests since his return, the Sherman game in Week 10 and then last week's playoff win over Roy City, didn't take care of the football early in the game. And they really know turnovers are going to be absolutely deadly tonight.
It's going to be absolutely deadly. You don't want any more options of Lincoln being able to get the football and keep their defense off the field, because that defense is prime coming in. But DJ Jones said it best this week on a news spotlight the other night. He just said, we're not going to know till we get there until we play the game. And that's really the only way you're going to find out, is get out there and get after and play some football.
Well, one thing that the Yellow Jackets really have been known for all year, they don't really get rattled, Kevin Farr, in any shape, form, or fashion. And the juniors really believe that they can line up with anybody, and so far this year they have. And so tonight, while they're cautiously optimistic, they are optimistic, and that's going to play into our keys to the game.
Yeah, playing with a lot of confidence as we take a look now at the Gray's Credit Jewelers keys to the game tonight. The biggest key tonight, and we've talked about it quite a bit already, win the turnover battle. The team that wins the turnover battle is probably going to have the edge in this one. And we talked how Lincoln's defense and their offense really keys off their defensive turnovers in moving the football. The Jacket offensively, they know that it's going to be tough against this Lincoln defense, probably the best defensive front at least that they've played all year, probably the best overall defense. Lincoln has just allowed 13 points on the year. They got to be patient, not get frustrated early on if they're unable to do a lot of the things that they normally do. They got to be patient offensively and stay the course. As Coach White talked about this week, they want to see how things develop before and see what they need to do as far as some changes, wrinkles in the offense to try to move the football against this Lincoln defense, see how things play out throughout the course of the season. And defensively, the big key for the Jacket defense, they can't allow the big play. That's what Lincoln's offense thrives on. We talked about they don't have a whole lot of 10, 12 play drives. They not a whole lot of ball control. They thrive on the big plays and cashing in the turnovers and the kicking game. You got to get your points and take advantage of your field position out of the kicking game, where we've already talked about the Jackets should have a decisive advantage in that area of the contest.
Yeah, let's send it down to Vince Collins on the field. A very chilly night for tonight's second-round game between Dallas Lincoln and the Denison Yellow Jackets. And Mr. Collins has got our coin toss brought to you once again by our good friends at Gray's Credit Jeweler, as were the keys to the game. VC, take it away.
Kevin Thompson will be your umpire. We'd like to congratulate both teams for making the second round of the playoffs and wish you all the good luck in the world tonight. Like to have a well-played game. If we need captain's assistance, we'll ask for you guys on either side of the ball, okay? All right, Lincoln, you're the visiting team tonight. I'm going to flip it. I want to have you call it while it's in the air, okay? You repeat this call. If I drop it, we'll reflip it. What did he say? Tails, you win. Yeah. You want to defer? Okay.
Yellow Jackets won the toss and are going to defer their option to the second half.
Yeah, and I mean that's exactly what Coach Cody White had hoped would happen, because it's probably going to have his defense. I'm sure Lincoln's going to have the option here, and I'm sure they're going to take the football to begin the contest. They're still out there discussing this choice and see what they want to do. Denison's going to have the option to in the second half to start the second half, and the Jackets.
Oh, they're going to receive the football.
Yep, or Lincoln.
Nope.
Yeah,
Lincoln did choose.
Yeah,
he did it backwards.
They chose the. They want the football, so Lincoln's offense is going to be on the field first, and it's going to be a chance for the Jacket defense to kind of set the tone early on, a whole lot like they did a week ago when they put the clamps on a outstanding Royce City offense in the first quarter and even got points themselves.
Jackets are 22-10-2 all-time against opponents out of the Dallas Independent School District. Bob Brown, a sterling record during his run. Marty Criswell as well. And in the playoffs, in the postseason, 5-2 in postseason history for the Yellow Jackets against Dallas ISD schools. The last time that a Dallas ISD opponent was defeated by the Yellow Jackets was back, I believe, in goes all the way back to
1992 when they beat A. Smith in the second round of the playoffs.
16-12.
Yeah.
Game that might be pretty comparable to what we expect tonight. Back in 91, Bob Brown's squad, actually Marty Criswell's last year, Dallas South Oak Cliff, a victory over them before losing to Roosevelt 30-18 in the second round of the playoffs. Now the Dallas Lincoln Tigers have not advanced very often in recent years past the second round of the playoffs. The one exception was in 2004, where the Lincoln Tigers advanced to the Class 4A Division II state championship game before they lost to, I believe it was Texarkana, Texas High. You hear the back in black. The Jackets are back in black after the opening playoff victory in their road uniforms, the all-white uniforms a week ago. They are the home team tonight. Solid black, top to bottom with the yellow numerals. And ladies and gentlemen, here they come, taking the field, and a boisterous crowd making their way from Grayson County, supporting them every step of the way as playoff fever is hitting its peak in Denison, Texas, with the 11-0 Denison Yellow Jackets hosting the 6-4 Dallas Lincoln Tigers tonight from E.H. Hamby Stadium in Mesquite. Here come the Tigers, and we are minutes away from beginning this area round matchup between these two squads. Your Stanley Buick Pontiac's GMC starting lineup. We are driving excitement offensively for Jerry Sands' Dallas Lincoln squad. Across the front, Joey Holbert, Desmeen Hilliard, the center, Javon Lindley, Philip Cook, the right guard, and Lakeith Woods, the right tackle. The wideouts, Shakidrick White, Anthony Stribling, Brandon Cunningham, and Daniel Mayberry. In the backfield, Mason Hayes and Charles Lloyd. And the quarterback tonight, 6', 190 senior Floyd Gaston. Defensively for the Yellow Jackets, under defensive coordinator Zach Smith, Jameis Mundine, along with Nick Buckner, Devontae Kemp, and Jaqueline Arps across the front. The backers tonight, Tyron Swinger, Brandon Jeffrey, and Stacy Golston. On the corners, Cody Reeves and Aston Hughes. And back deep, Evan Ramsey and the free safety, Shalimar Traylor, who's had big nights over the last several weeks. And the Yellow Jackets are hoping for more of the same. And that is your Stanley Buick Pontiac GMC. We are driving excitement starting lineup for both squads as we get ready for tonight's opening kickoff. The officials are waiting. The Lincoln Band is performing, and the Denison Band is just seconds away from performing the national anthem. And tonight, Kevin, we think that this is going to be probably a game where the Jackets are going to get in the 20s offensively, and that's been good news historically for Denison.
Yeah, we talked a week ago, the Jackets, when they've scored at least 19 points in the playoffs, Denison is 34-0 all time.
We'll take a final timeout and come back with the opening kickoff. Denison and Lincoln next on Katy Country. We're back in 60. Friday Night Lights, playoff style, E.H. Hamby Stadium. Mesquite, Texas, round 2, the area round of the Class 4A Division II playoffs between Denison, 11-0 in the year, and the Lincoln Tigers out of the Dallas ISD, 6-4 on the record book, 10-0 on the field, 4 games lost due to forfeiture for an ineligible player. The Tigers come in averaging 191 yards on the ground, 172 through the air for 363 overall. And again, it's their fearsome defense that has carried them most of the way, a plus 21 turnover ratio. The Jackets, meanwhile, they're nothing. They're no slouches themselves defensively, giving up only 19 points a game throughout the season. And really, after the McKinney game, at the half, in the second half of that game, it has been a totally different defensive unit. They have played lights out ever since, and they're going to be called upon tonight to do just that. Back deep for the Lincoln Tigers is Mason Hayes, along with a couple of upmen as we get ready for the Vision Bank Loan Production Office in Sherman kickoff. Jacob Powell will be ready to send the ball deep. Back as the upmen for the Tigers will be new player Kadeem Ray on the field along with Brandon Cunningham. So Ray, Cunningham, and Hayes back deep for the Tigers. And ladies and gentlemen, the crowd on their feet. Jacob Powell's foot is into the football, and we are underway. And this one is going to be driven back into the end zone, out the back, touchback, and the Tigers start first down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
On the opening thing, Lynn, something to see out there. There's already some big hits happened up front. People come ready to play, it looks like.
Jackets will send their defensive squad out. And the Tigers led by Floyd Gaston, the senior, but he did not carry the Tigers most of the way this season. Don Canyon, a junior, 6'2", 220 did. In fact, he had over 1,300 yards passing and 347 yards rushing. But Gaston has been the man that has been carrying the Tigers in recent weeks, and he comes out along with Charles Lloyd, 5'9", 175 junior tailback who's rushed for 541 yards. And they'll also send Hayes into the backfield as well, as they're going to run a 3-man formation. 2 wide to the right, 1 man to the left to start this contest. As Gaston calls for the football for the Tigers, low snap. He's going to hand it to the first man through. Nowhere to go to the left, cuts back right, big hole. He's 30, 35. He's to the 39-yard line before he is upended. The Jackets had it stuffed to the left side. A 19-yard pickup for Mason Hayes, but he found a cutback lane to the right and had plenty of green.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say. He was boxed up coming to the left, and then when he found open room to the right, he hit it hard, got upfield. Nobody was there. It had basically a touchdown-saving tackle that happened there for the Jackets.
Going to send it down to Vince Collins momentarily. First down and 10 from the 39-yard line for the Tigers. Hayes and Lloyd in the backfield as Gaston calls for the ball. He'll hand it off right side, and the Jackets string it out, but still a 4 or 5 yard gain. Mason Hayes on the carry. And it'll be a 5-yard pickup, second down and 5 coming up. VC, take it away.
Guys, just feel the excitement in the air tonight. Nice turnout for a Denison crowd tonight. I mean, this place holds 9,000 people. It's over halfway full. And then you take the weather in consideration. No wind, nice, cool, crisp evening.
Yeah, it is a beautiful evening for football as Gaston looks to the sidelines. He's going to kick a man in motion from the flanker spot. 2 men to the left, 1 to the right, low snap. It looks like a busted play. It's going to be picked up by the running back Lloyd, and he is going to make something out of nothing and gets across the 50 in the Yellow Jacket territory, wrestled out of bounds at the 42. Gaston wanted to hand it to Lloyd initially. He ran beyond the ball, had the presence of mind to turn around, grab it, and take off to the right.
Yeah, defense froze when the ball hit the ground, just kind of froze, and once he picked it up, defense had come to a stop, so he had open field to his right with nobody moving with him.
So the Tigers not expected to do a whole lot offensively, an impressive drive to begin this game tonight. They're at the Jacket 42, first down and 10. 2 wide right, 1 to the left, 3 men in the backfield. This is Gaston back, looks left. Now he wants to pump right. He's going to step up. Arps buries him in the backfield.
That was a great coverage sack by the secondary because he couldn't find anybody on his first 2 receivers he was looking for, and then once he got in trouble on the scramble, Jaquaylin Arps just basically corralled him and threw him to the ground easily.
Loss of 5 on the sack as Big Jaquaylin continues to mount those impressive defensive numbers. He is now with 6 on the sack total, 1 behind Jameer Mundine for the team lead. Second down and 15, the ball on the 47 of Denison, 10-17 left in the opening period. No score, Dallas Lincoln and Denison. Man in motion, 2 left, 1 to the right, flag on the play, and there was either motion or too much time. I think it was a delay of game against the Lincoln Tigers.
I think the motion man may have turned upfield a little bit too quick because that came from the side judge on the penalty flag and not the back judge. So the Tigers shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here early on, pushing them back. 2nd and 20, going to make it.
Second down and 20. They'll have to get to the Denison 32 for a first down. 10:08 to go in the first quarter. Lynn Burkhead, Kevin Farr, Lance Sandmillan, Vince Collins, and Monte Walker with you tonight. No score early in this one. Area game between the Tigers and the Jackets. And now, for the first time tonight, 1 man will be in the backfield for Gaston, and that's going to be Mason Hayes, the 195-pound junior. 2 men to either side. Second down and 20 for the Tigers. Gaston barks for the football. It's a low snap. He's going to hand it to Hayes. Hayes is going to squeeze his way for about 8 yards. Check that, 7 yards up the middle, and it's going to be 3rd down and 13 to go.
Hayes at 5'8", 195 pounds. So far, he's got some good, powerful legs underneath him. He carried a pile there with him for an extra 3 yards after the initial
Well, we
contact.
didn't give you the weights, but 250, 295, or 245, 255, 255, and 275 across the offensive front for the Tigers. 3 wide to the left, 1 man to the right. Hayes and Gaston in the backfield. 3rd down and long. Gaston back to pass. Here comes some backside pressure. He throws. The ball is knocked or incomplete. He had his man open underneath the secondary coverage for the Yellow Jackets, but the ball falls incomplete as it was just a little too high for Shaderick White, one of their wideouts.
Yeah, he threw it pretty hot. He let it go a little high. It's just got a little happy feet back there as the rush was coming after him. He just let go high on it.
So it's going to be 4th down and long for the Tigers. Cody Reeves will step to the 15-yard line. Gaston is the punter. He is a right-handed quarterback, a left-footed kicker, and struggled in the warm-ups. Calls for the ball, and he's going to boot it. It's a line drive kick that Reeves has no chance to recover, and the Jackets are going to be pinned all the way back to the 3-yard line as Reeves chose to let that one go. It was angling away from him. Would have been a tough grab on the run, and so the Jackets, against this vaunted defense, start 1st down and 10, the ball on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, the early field position favoring Dallas Lincoln thus far, with the Jackets' initial possession starting deep in their own end of the field. Let's see what they can do right here.
Stanley Buick Pontiac GMC starting lineup for Denison across the offensive front. Dylan Waddell, Casey Finn, Corbin Bodiger, the center, Christian Lopez and Arps on the right side. Devin Jackson, Matt Davis, and Milford will be the wideouts. Jones, DJ Jones in the backfield, and Jordan Taylor, the quarterback, as they stand 3 yards deep in their end zone. They are going to have to be very careful but force their way out of the end zone. Jones on the carry, and he breaks the line of scrimmage initially, got out to the 7-yard line, so a 5-yard pickup for DJ on the opening carry.
Yeah, and a little bit different look from Lincoln. They've come out with a 5-man front on the defensive side, a 5-2 look instead of their normal 4-3.
2 men wide to the left for Denison. Davis, or Jackson rather, the lone man wide to the right. And now the Jackets are going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds on the play clock. Taylor's going to have to hurry as he positions everyone. 5 seconds, and he better hurry. And Jackets are going to be flagged.
Nope,
That's just unexcusable.
Nope, they got the timeout, but the coaches got the timeout before.
You've got clocks on both ends of the field, and the crowd was even yelling, and the players were oblivious. Timeout on the field, 8:22 to go. No score in the game. We're back after this. Well, not exactly the way that Cody White wanted to start this game. First carry was a good carry for DJ Jones of 5 yards on the Jackets' first offensive play, but they had to burn a timeout as they were changing the play. This is Jordan Taylor, the option, and he was one step from being in the clear for a huge gainer. He's going to be close to the first down, out to the 10-yard line, going to set up third down, less than 2 yards to go.
Yeah, Lincoln so far just has great closing speed to the football once they figure out where the ball's going. They've got good pursuit to the ball.
Jackets have been outstanding on third downs this year, 57% a conversion rate. This is in 3rd and 2.
Two wide to the right, Davis wide left. Jones and Taylor in the backfield, third down, nearly about 2 yards to go for the first. And Taylor once again is changing the play at the line of scrimmage, but he's got 3 seconds on the clock. Just got it off. DJ Jones stuffed in traffic, and the Jackets are going to have to punt the football away. Taylor has got to get better on the mental clock working in his head. He nearly got a delay of game a couple of snaps ago and was one tick away from a delay of game that time. Denison is going to have to punt the football away as Evan Ramsey retreats to his own goal line.
Well, I think part of that had to do with the change of the play was a little bit late coming in from the sideline. He was waiting on the play change and got it in a little bit late that time.
Charles Lloyd, the speedster, back at the 41-yard line. Ramsey 3 yards from the back of the end zone. And a good snap, and he's going to have to hurry to get it off. It's an end-over-end kick. It's going to take a roll right to Lloyd. Lloyd up the field, across the 35-30, down the sidelines, and down at the 22-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. A 20-yard return for Charles Lloyd, and it was somewhat unfortunate. The ball bounced. The Jackets collapsed just a little bit. It bounced, however, straight into the gut of Lloyd, and as Cody Reeves has done so often, he alertly scooped it up and ran behind his blockers and had a tremendous return. And now the Tigers, who are not expected to put a lot of points on the board, are knocking on the door 2 yards from Denison's red zone.
But they can score when they get good field position, and their defense has kind of set them up.
2 wide to the right, 1 man to the left. Lloyd and Charles in the backfield along with Gaston, 1st and 10 from the Denison 22. Gaston calls for the ball. He's going to keep it himself on the play fake. Got to the 21 before the Yellow Jackets slammed the hole shut. It's a short gain of 1. 2nd and 9 coming up. 6:43 and counting in the first quarter. No score, but the Tigers threatening to strike first tonight.
Yeah, Robert Petty just stayed home, did his job. Once he saw the quarterback keep, he just crashed down inside and came up with the tackle.
In fact, they say no gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Thought he got forward, but his knee must have touched at the line. And so they'll send 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Hayes to the left, Lloyd to the right. They'll flip receivers. Low snap, handoff to Lloyd. Lloyd coming near side, and he's across the 20 down to the 18, where it will be 3rd down and 7 with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first quarter and counting.
Jaquaylin Arp's good penetration that time, makes the tackle. Now a key 3rd down, but they're definitely in 4-down territory are the Tigers.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to kick a field goal. In fact, I doubt you'll even see them attempt one tonight. This is definitely 4-down territory. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, 3rd down and 7. And this is going to be a handoff, or no, Gaston going to keep it. He's being strung, got around the corner, 1st down, and he's down inside the 10-yard line, run out of bounds at the 6. And so the Tigers will have it 1st down and goal from the Jacket 5.5-yard line, and the Jackets looked like they were going to be able to string Gaston wide, but he made a quick cut back to the inside and ran for the 1st down and more.
He had good lead blocking. His outside running back did a great job turning that defender inside so he could get to the corner. Shalimar Traylor had to save him, run him out of bounds.
Yeah, Mundine was the guy that was trying to string him, and he turned inside of Mundine. And a timeout on the field. The Tigers want to talk about it. 5:24 to go in the first. Tigers threatening 1st and goal at the Denison 5. We're back after this. Well, the Jacket D has been good for the most part on plays run wide on them this season, especially in recent weeks. Kept Wayman from getting wide at all. But tonight, all of the yards the Tigers have gotten in their first 2 possessions have really been on the outside.
Yeah, they've been bouncing it. There hadn't been anything really inside too much to speak of. They've been getting their yardage when they've been able to bounce those runs to the outside of the field, and started this one with great field position, and they're knocking on the door in the red zone. The Jacket defense on the season has been pretty good. They've allowed a 70 or a 61% touchdown rate when they've been backed up in the red zone.
Wishbone power formation. And this is going to be a deep or a reverse. They're going to reverse it to one of the wideouts. He's racing for the pylon. Lost the football out of bounds, but he was the last one to possess it. He is going to be wrestled out at the 1, and so the Tigers dodge a huge bullet there.
Well, the Jackets almost got a big break because that ball, it almost went into the end zone and out of bounds, and if it does, then it's a touchback in Denison football.
It was Daniel Mayberry, the wideout, on the reverse. Shalimar Traylor, the one that stripped the ball and prevented the touchdown. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Again, the inverted I, the power I formation, the backwards wishbone, if you will. And this is Gaston, deep handoff, touchdown Tigers. You just cannot let teams start 1st and 10 from your 22. And the Jackets, despite having a huge edge in the kicking game, did not play well on the punt return and let a big return happen on a short kick, and they got burned. It's 6-0 Lincoln.
Yeah, and they're going to attempt an extra point. This has been a iffy proposition, to
Carlos
say the least.
Vasquez is the kicker. He is 24 of 38 in PATs. And the kick is on the way. It is low, but it is good. He's 24 of 30, or 25 of 39 now. 5:13 to go in the first. Tigers lead 7-0. We're back after this. Well, it's not sweet home E.H. Hamby Stadium right now for the Jackets. Despite being the home team, they are trailing 7-0. And they violated one of their keys to victory right off the bat tonight and lost the battle of field position. And they decided to kick to Lincoln and try to win that, and then they lost it with a very poor effort covering a punt, allowed a 20-yard return on what was going to be a short field to begin with. And when you let a team start 1st and 10 from your own 22, they're probably going to know what to do with it, and the Tigers from Lincoln High School did. 7-0 Lincoln in the lead, 5:13 to go in the first. How about a drive recap, Kevin Farr?
Yeah, the Bentley Real Estate Appraisal scoring drive recap for the Lincoln Tigers. 22 yards is all it was a short drive after the punt return. 5 plays, took a minute 40 off the clock, and a 1-yard touchdown run by Mason Hayes finishes it off. And they get the extra point. Lincoln's up 7-0. See what the Jackets can do to answer. See what they can do in the special teams.
Vasquez to kick for the Vision Bank Loan Production Office in Sherman kick, and he is going to boot it. And it is going to be taken by Cody Reeves at the 20, up across the 30, and disappeared into a pile at the 31, and that's where the Jackets will start, actually the 32, 1st down and 10.
A much better starting field position this time for the Jackets instead of back at their own 2-yard line.
Had a little change up on the kickoff return. You had DJ Jones on the right side. You had Stacy Golston on the left side for returning. Usually Shalimar is standing there for that reception.
So we'll see if the Jackets can answer the Tigers. It is probably imperative that they do not get into a mode where they're unable to do anything offensively, because the Tigers' confidence will grow and grow. This is Taylor. He looks right, comes back left. He's got his man on the dump out, and that'll be Reeves out to the 25-yard line. Let's check down on the field. Vince Collins, the Jackets, they're not used to being behind, VC.
Lynn, and this is a little bit unusual situation. This isn't the team you want to get down 7 on. They looked a little, I don't know, stunned maybe off that first drive. Hopefully they're able to rebound right here and get things going.
3 wide to the left, 1 man Jackson to the right, Jones and Taylor in the backfield, 2nd and 7 from the 35-yard line. Taylor straight drop. He's going to swing it out to DJ, incomplete, as Taylor had a man coming hot up the field and he had to get rid of the football. and it'll be 3rd down and 7. And the Jacket offense right now, less than 10 yards of total offense, and we are 5 minutes away from the end of the first quarter.
Well, Lincoln did a great job up front. They just did a twist on the front line with the defensive end. He came underneath and was right in Jordan's face as soon as he had the ball.
2 wide to either side. A big play early in this one, as Denison needs to get something established offensively. 2 wide, once again to either side. Taylor calls for the football. Here comes the press. He throws, and the ball was dropped. It was dropped. Matt Davis goes to his knees. He cannot believe it. He hit him in the hands on a hitch-and-go pattern, and Davis was a step in front of the defender and might have been able to get down inside the 30-yard line before he was drugged down. Instead, the Jackets will have to punt the football.
Yeah, as soon as he got inside position, he needed to be ready because that ball was hot. As soon as he made his cut, the ball was there. I think he was just a little surprised how quick it was there.
4th down and 7, and so Ramsey back for another punt, and it'll be Hayes back to return, standing at his 36-yard line. And here come the Tigers, almost get there. Ramsey had to hurry, and it is going to take a neutral roll, and it's going to be killed at the 37-yard line of the Tigers, and they're going to have good field position to start again, leading 7-0, and the Jackets have got nothing going offensively. They ran the ball 3 times on the opening possession, threw it 3 times on that possession, and have yet to even get a first down, and they're already in the hole 7-0 against a vaunted defense.
Well, a lot of teams have yet to get first downs against this bunch.
And they knew it was going to be tough. That's why one of the keys, they've got to be patient offensively and stay the course, find what they can get done against this Lincoln defense. But it's going to be the Jacket defense got to come up with a stop here to get the ball back.
2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Low snap. Gaston's going to throw, hit his man in the numbers. He is going to be down at the 45, short of the first down. And right now, this is nothing like we expected, because all the talk was Lincoln will not move the football against Denison, and they've moved it at will almost against the Jackets on their 3 possessions thus far. 2nd down and 3 coming up. The ball out to the 45-yard line. 4:17 and counting in the first. Lincoln 7-0 over Denison. Gaston hands it off. This is Hayes coming near side. He's going to be stopped short of the first down, but it's going to be 3rd down and 1 at the 47-yard line. They'll have to get to the 48.
Devontae Kemp makes the stop that time, but definitely a short yardage situation, probably 4-down territory for Lincoln.
They're bringing in their short yardage package right now. They just brought in some hosses in the backfield as well as the line.
The jumbo package, the inverted eye, the power eye, or inverted wishbone, I mean, the power eye, 2 tight set. 3rd down and 1 from the 46. Deep handoff and big hole. 1st down and plenty more for Hayes as he bursts around the corner across the 40 and goes out of bounds at the 35 of Denison. And this is really beginning to be concerning if you're a Yellow Jacket fan.
The Jackets jumped up in a goal line, basically defense, to try to hold that to short yardage. And then once it was busted to the outside, there wasn't much help to come get him. It just turned into a foot race.
Well, a lot of stuff was made about coaching and how Denison would outcoach the Dallas ISD squad on the opposite sideline. And right now the coaching war is going the way of the Lincoln Tigers. 1st down and 10 at the 35 of Denison. This is a power eye once again. Handoff and big hole to the 25. It is going to be another 1st down, I believe, for the Tigers, and they are gashing the Jackets right now.
Well, it's just pretty much the last couple plays just been a sweep to the left side. I think they've found something they like over there on that left side, and they're running behind pulling guard and picking up some big yardage.
It's going to be 2nd down and about a credit card to go for the 1st down. As the ball is just inches from the 25-yard line, they'll line up in the power set again, and they're going to run it to the right side this time, and 1st down as they dashed it back inside. On the carry was Hayes. On the stop, Stacy Goldston.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a gain. They didn't need much for the 1st down, but there was a lot more penetration there by the Jacket defense. But when you're just having to try to hold them to a half yard, it's tough to get done.
Back to their normal offensive look this time as they took the power guys out and got the receivers back in.
Well, the Tigers have been guilty of turning the ball over, but they have not been even close to doing that so far tonight. 4 10 fumbles lost and 4 interceptions. Gaston will run up the middle, had his legs chopped out from under him by Jeffries. And it's going to be a short gain of perhaps 1. Sets up 2nd down and long. 2:23 to go in the first quarter. 7-0. Lincoln leading Denison in 4-down territory, inches or 2 yards away once again from the red zone.
That one looked like he was going to have a whole lot of yardage open up there, but Jeffrey, he came up and made a nice open field tackle.
2nd down and long, 3 men in the backfield, 2 wide to the right. Gaston back to pass. He's going to throw it. The ball is going to be overthrown in the end zone. The receiver ran the wrong route. He ran to the post instead of the pylon. And the Jackets, for a moment, I thought might be able to make a play on the ball in the back of the end zone, but it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 9 from the 22. It was good coverage by the Jackets downfield. Their coverage has been good tonight. And again, this is most likely 4-down territory as the Jacket fans come to life, and they need to. Denison needs a stop here. 1:59 to go in the first, trying to hold the Tigers out. Gaston's going to play fake it. Has pressure. Wants to dump it off. Does so. They got the little screen underneath. They've got a 1st down and goal as the Yellow Jackets bit the cheese, as Bill Parcells would say. They came back to they first of all crisscrossed the running backs in the backfield, faked it to one of them, Hayes. Then they swung left. Gaston flips it back to Hayes heading right, and he had a wide open lane to the 8-yard line where it is 1st down and goal.
Yeah, he just snuck out of the backfield on that one and was wide open on the right side of the field.
Power set for the Tigers. And the ball is loose on the turf, picked up by Hayes, and he is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe lose one. It did look like the old Boomerooski play as Gaston was searching for the football, rolling on the turf, but the break goes the way of the Tigers, and right now everything going the way of the Tigers.
Lincoln's got a player shook up for the moment.
Official has stopped the clock momentarily while they substitute some personnel.
Now the Jackets,
they may be calling a timeout, and I believe they are. Let's see and wait and make sure before we send it to a break.
Well, the official stopped it with someone was shaking up there, one of the linemen, and he's the one who stopped the clock, so I'm not sure it's an official timeout.
Now they put a whole lot of players off the field, but they have not brought any in.
They don't have them all right yet.
Clock is rolling, the play clock, and they're not even close to having enough players on the field.
There, they got 11.
There, okay.
Well, they've still got time. The play clock is still got over 10 seconds on it. 2nd
and goal from the 7. 2 wide to the right. 3 men in the backfield, Hayes, Lloyd, and the quarterback Gaston. 1 man split wide to the left. And Gaston is going to hand it off. This is Lloyd coming near side, looks for daylight. He's inside the 5, down to the 3, and actually down to the 2, where it will be 3rd and goal from the 2.
Yeah, Stacy Golston was trying to blow that up at the beginning. He was being blocked very well, and he turned it inside, but the cut-up lane that he had was some open real estate.
They're going to mark him back to the 3, so it is 3rd and goal from the 3. And this is going to be a handoff. Hayes weaving through traffic into the end zone.
No, well, the one official on the near side, he signaled him down.
Well, one official signaled touchdown.
They're going to talk
and
about
the other signaled down at the 1-foot line. And it is a touchdown. So a disastrous, absolutely disastrous first quarter for the Yellow Jackets. And I'm going to be honest, the Jackets are in a deep hole playing against an defense they have yet to get a first down against, and they find themselves unexpectedly down 2 scores, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet as Vasquez tries to boot the PAT. The kick is on the way, hit the upright, is no good. 13-0, the first thing tonight that has not gone right for the Tigers. We are back after this. Well, a lot of glum faces on the home side of E.H. Hamby Stadium. This is not what the doctor ordered for the 11-0 Yellow Jackets. They knew they were going to have trouble moving the ball, but the one thing they believed they could do was stop the Tigers, and they have not even come close yet.
Yeah, on that drive, they got him in 3rd down 3 times, and Lincoln was able to convert all 3 to keep the drive alive and come away with the touchdown.
Well, it's going to be questionable for the Jackets to score a lot of points tonight, and they are getting close to where they may be getting into the territory. They can't allow Lincoln to score any more points if they're going to have a realistic chance to come back and win this game, because the secondary speed has been outstanding for Lincoln, and it seems pretty apparent unless there's a bust, there's not going to be too many 60 or 70-yard TD runs tonight for DJ Jones or Jordan Taylor. Vasquez on the Vision Bank Loan Production Office in Sherman kick. It goes to Jones. He's at the 20. Jones up to the 25, looks for daylight, found a hole, and then it shut down.
That was Stacy Golston.
Stacy Golston. He got out to the 37-yard line, and the Jackets will start once again with decent field position, but so far field position has not meant anything to the Jackets. They had bad field position, couldn't move it. They had decent field position, couldn't move it. And the Tigers have moved it on all 3 drives so far tonight.
Yeah, we kind of saw the same thing last week against Royce City. Took the Jackets a little while to get going offensively. They finally did in the second quarter, and we're almost to the second quarter now.
Yep, 14 seconds to go, the final snap of the quarter. Taylor rolling, wanting to throw. He's going to throw downfield, and he overthrew Hudson Milford, and that is going to leave 10 seconds on the quarter. Milford was perhaps open, but it wasn't much, and we're going to send it down to Vince Collins. Vince, take it away. Glum looks.
You know, guys, this team looks a little flat coming out in the first quarter. You hope that this drive is a turnaround right here with great field position. We've never been really the best first half team, but these coaches are really imploring them to get it up and get it going now. You can't afford to get in a big hole against this team.
On the contrary, they've been an excellent first half team until the last couple of games.
Jackets came out with a little bit different look, split out a couple of linemen that time, and Lincoln, the coaches on the Lincoln side quickly took the timeout. Let's take a look now at the Bentley Real Estate Appraisal scoring drive recap on that last one for Lincoln. 62 yards in 11 plays. Took 4 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock, and Hayes has his second touchdown run. That one from 3 yards out. 13-0 after the missed extra point. And the Jackets, they've kind of got away from their bread and butter, the running game of DJ Jones here on their last 2 possessions. They've thrown 4 straight plays.
They have indeed. 10 seconds to go, and the Tigers shockingly in the lead, 13-10. I don't think anybody would have been surprised by Lincoln winning the game tonight, but I think they would be very surprised that Lincoln has so far moved the ball at will, and that's not an overstatement.
Well, I don't think any of the teams they've played are surprised. If they're seeing a 0 on that other side, that's what they were used to.
The Jackets are finding out that the Tigers, in fact, may be for real. 5 receivers, and the official throws a flag before they even can get it underway.
Too many men or
Too many men on the line of scrimmage, I believe. Somebody did not step back off the line of scrimmage.
They got 12 people on the field. Came out of a timeout with 12 people.
They came out with the tight end and 4 receivers in the game, and that's not going to work.
Jaquaylin Arps putting his hands on his helmet. A lot of frustration beginning to mount for the Jackets. And that's not something we're used to seeing, and they had just shot themselves in the foot repeatedly in this first quarter. They'll come out with 5 receivers, 3 to the left, including Jones. Reeves in motion. He is going to get the fake. This is Taylor up the field, big hole. Taylor 40, Taylor 45, Taylor 50, drugged down at the 36-yard line of the Tigers, and that sparks the crowd as we end the first quarter. The first big offensive play of the night for Denison. We're back for the second right after this. That was a brilliantly designed play, and Lance Samuel, you had a bird's eye view of that.
Yeah, they overloaded to the left, and they brought the
Jackets.
Yeah, the Jackets had overloaded to the left side with an extra lineman to that side. Brought the tackle and guard back underneath, and Jordan jumped in their hip pockets and followed them through with a big hole.
Yeah, and that's really the first time we've seen that play this year. And we know the Jackets, they've got a lot in the playbook that they really haven't pulled out too much this year, and may have to start pulling out some of those plays here tonight against this talented Lincoln defense. That one, biggest gain of the night, 32 yards. Now 41 yards on the night so far for Denison.
Yep, first down of the game comes on the last play of the first quarter for Denison. Can they get it going? This is Jones. Jones weaving his way through traffic. He found some good running room for about 4 yards, maybe 5, as he weaved his way behind the blocks on the right side. Bodiger leading the way. Also up there was Lopez, and I think Arps helped seal the corner. It's going to be second down and about 6.5 to go.
Yeah, DJ looked a little tentative, though, getting up in there. He had a pretty good lane to the outside if he's busting it hard like he usually does. And that's usually what we see from him. Second quarter is when he usually starts picking it up.
2nd down and 6, the 32 of Lincoln. The Jackets are desperate for points here. This is going to be Jordan Taylor calling his own number. He is across the 30, a yard shy of the first down as he was tackled shoestring style, or he would have gotten probably 5 to 10 more.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to easily have the first down, but somebody reached in and got him right at the last second. As you said, a shoestring tackle, and it's going to be 3rd down and a little bit less than 2.
Very key down here. Jackson wide to the right, Milford and Davis wide to the left. Jones and Taylor in the backfield. Denison tight to the left. And this is a monster play with 10:52 to go in the first half. Jackets down 13-0. Taylor is going to run. Jones gives him a block. Taylor is inside the 25, has the first down to the 24. Jones gave him the block to seal the outside, and the tight end Mundine, I believe, sealed the inside, and Taylor was able to squeeze his way through traffic to the first down.
Yeah, Taylor's already kind of holding up one leg a little bit, kind of limping a little bit because he took a pretty good pop for the last part of that play.
Wildcat formation. Taylor is going to go out into a receiver spot on the right side, 2 wide to the left, 2 to the, and this is going to be a double reverse. Jordan Taylor gets it from Milford. He's 20, he's 15, he's down to the 10-yard line.
That's Cody Reeves on the carry.
Yeah, that's actually Reeves that picked it up on the reverse on the handoff from Milford, and the Jackets knocking on the door. They're in the red zone now inside the 10-yard line, and they've gotten things going on this possession. That's the first time we've seen that play this year.
Yeah, it was a double reverse to Milford out of the Wildcat formation, and Milford handed it to Reeves, and I think Taylor was the decoy over there as he drew coverage. First down and goal from the 9, and it is going to be a play fake. Taylor runs it right up the middle, inside the 5, down to the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Well, Lincoln having to get to their goal line defense now. They're not accustomed to this, to have people down here knocking on their door. They've only given up the 13 points the whole year, so it's going to be a little strange if somebody can pop it in the end zone here for the Jackets.
This is a big moment for Denison and Lincoln because it might signify game on as the Tigers realized we are not invincible, and the Jackets realize they can move the football and score against this defense. 2-3 wide to the right, Davis to the left. 2nd and goal from the 3. Taylor running. He should be in, and he is. Stick it in the end zone. Put it on the scoreboard. Taylor around the right side. Touchdown Denison, and the Jacket faithful roar their approval.
Well, once again, they just load up to the left and bring everybody to the right on the play. He had about 4 lead blockers sweeping out there with him. He got in behind him. DJ Jones even lead blocking to get him in the end zone.
Do you go for 2 here?
You need all the points kicking that you can get with the lack of a consistent kicking game for Lincoln. You need all the kicking points you can get. The Jackets need the point after right here to cut it to 6.
Used to hold. Taylor, or Powell rather, will kick for the PAT with 9:36 left in the first half. High snap, Hughes gets it down, and Powell bangs it down the middle, and it is 13-7. The Tigers leading Denison, but the Jackets have reason to cheer.
Game on.
Game on. We are
on.
back after this. Well, the good news, if you're a Jacket fan, is Denison has turned in an impressive drive. The bad news is that the Lincoln Tigers have turned in 3 impressive drives that have led to 2 scores, and that's the difference, 13-7, as the dormant Yellow Jacket offense finally gets the Tigers confused defensively.
Yeah, it took them till the second quarter, as we said a week ago, to kind of shake things out, and really they got it going right in the last play of the first quarter. Jordan Taylor's big run sparked them and got the offense going for that touchdown drive. We'll take a look at that in just a moment.
Hayes is the deep man for the Tigers, and he has been tremendous running the football. Jacob Powell on the vision bank line. It's an onside kick. Powell recovers it. The Jackets run the onside to perfection, and Jacob Powell recovers his own kick at the Lincoln 49.
Well, I can't believe they executed that. I can't believe nobody lit up Jacob Powell. They just all went back. They never saw it hit the onside kick. They never saw it. Lincoln never saw it coming.
That's just great coaching, because the Lincoln front line, they just
went back.
Turned and ran as soon as they came up to kick the football.
It
and
dribbled and rolled, and if the Tigers had not turned to pursue, they would have recovered it easily.
Yeah, the Bentley Real Estate Appraisal scoring drive recap for the Jackets on the last one, 63 yards and 8 plays. Took 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Jordan Taylor's 2-yard run sparks it, and the Jackets have a golden opportunity after recovering the onside kick at the Lincoln 49.
3 wide left, 1 right. Taylor straight drop, trying to set the screen up. He's got Jones, 50, 45, Jones 40, running 35, and he's tackled at the 32-yard line.
That's the same play we saw a couple of weeks ago when they ran this, or last week against Royce City.
Vince Collins, sorry to cut you off there, Lance. Right. Tremendous swing of momentum in the last 3 minutes.
You know, this has been a different football team just in the last 3 minutes, like you said, Lynn. First quarter looking a little lackadaisical. This time come out with a lot more intensity.
Deep handoff. Jones running ahead to the 25. The knee goes down at the 26, but he got 6 yards, I believe, on the carry, 5 at least. And it'll be 2nd down and 5 to go. 9 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the half. Denison, what a turnaround.
Definitely Big Mo is on the side of the Jackets right now.
2 wide either side. Taylor back. He's going to swing it out. Jones cuts it back inside. Breaks tackles. Still going, flag on the play as he gets to the 1st down marker.
And that was all effort by DJ Jones to even get close to that 1st down. But this was probably coming back on a blocking infraction. But what a effort by DJ Jones. 2 Lincoln Tigers had him hemmed up, looked like behind the line of scrimmage. He got away from both and still just about picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, it's going to come against the Jackets. Wait for the call. It's holding. It's going to be a spot foul. And so it's going to be 2nd down and long with 8:49 to go in the first half of play. The Jackets, what a turn of momentum in the last 3 or 4 minutes. The Jackets dead in the first half and have sprung to life in the first quarter, have sprung to life in the second.
And really, the Jackets have taken advantage of the over pursuit by Lincoln on their last drive. They had a big reverse, and then on that screen pass just moments ago, they took advantage of the over pursuit by Lincoln and making them pay. So right now,
it's going to back the ball up to the 36, so it's going to be 2nd down and 15.
I don't think they got their yardage correct, but I'll go with it because I think it's to the Jacket side.
To see a hitch and go somewhere on this possession. Taylor, he wants to throw, has time, rolls right. He's going to launch it downfield, and it's dropped. Jackson had it, hit him in the hands. The worst place, I guess, it could have hit him. It was a high throw.
He was going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a hot throw right on the sidelines, and it went right through his hand. He was trying to keep his feet in bounds. I think that was part of the problem there.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 15 on the 36. And after the onside, you've got to come away with some points here. 3 wide to the left. 1-man Jackson wide right. 3rd and long. Taylor back. Here comes some heat. He's going to dump it out. Got Jones. Jones has got a lane. Jones down the sideline. Leaps the man. 1st down and more to the 10-yard line.
He is just amazing. That was an amazing run by DJ Jones. The hurdle of the man is what was so impressive because there was nowhere to go, and he just took it to the air.
Yeah, it was Jaqueline Arps out there leading the way along with the defender. They were on the ground, and DJ just hurdles the stack right there and picks up the yardage for the 1st down. 25 yards on that reception.
Jackets gave Jordan all day long to wait for Jones to clear and get open. 1st down and 10, not goal from the 12. This is going to be Jordan Taylor around the right corner. He'll tuck it in, down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
Well, he was just one tackle away from getting to that end zone. Just a good, strong run by Jordan Taylor. So far, he's been the key to that, to any of their offensive drives. They don't have an answer for him right now. Jordan Taylor's eating them up after his fakes to DJ.
7:55 to go in the first half. 3 wide left, 1 right. 2nd down from the 4-yard line. Denison looks to tie the game up. Taylor heading right. Looks for the goal line. He's in. Stick it in the end zone and put it on the scoreboard. Touchdown Denison. And the Jackets have tied the game.
And the Jackets have done something no other team has done. This is 2 touchdowns in 1 ball game.
Yeah,
the Jackets have just equaled the season point total against the Lincoln Tigers.
And it was a DJ Jones block on the corner that sprung him. DJ, not normally known as a blocker, but he had a huge one out there.
He's had 2 biggies tonight.
Yeah,
no
and
doubt.
Taylor gets into the end zone, an extra point away from the Jackets taking the lead, whereas just about 5 minutes ago, they were pretty glum on the sideline.
Gloom and doom.
Powell for the PAT to give Denison the lead. Hughes to hold, and the snap is down. The kick is on the way. It is true. So the Jackets have stormed back 14 unanswered points. They lead the Tigers with 7:40 to go in the first half of play. 14-13 Denison. We are back after this. We're back at E.H. Hamby Stadium, and some Jacket fans about 10 minutes ago wondering if the fat lady was warming up somewhere, as they were just being dominated by the Lincoln Tigers. She was warming up, but she was warming up like, Darryl Waltrip. She was warming up to say, boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys.
She's going to have a tough time warming up anywhere tonight.
Well, the Jacket offense, since Lincoln touched the ball offensively back with just over 14 seconds to go in the first quarter, Lincoln led 13-0, but the Jacket offense, they've scored twice. It's 14-13 Denison.
And Jacob Powell is going to boot it, and it is going to be taken by an up man on the sideline back to the 5-yard line. He's up to the 10, 15. Denison, great pursuit. They tackle him at the 16. Just a totally night and day difference in the way this squad is playing, energy-wise and execution-wise, from the first quarter to the second.
Well, that's the way any type of sporting event goes. It's just momentum that can get you going in a heartbeat, and right now the Jackets have it.
And now the momentum has shifted the other way, and so has the field position, as Lincoln is backed up at its own 17-yard line for this possession. That last Bentley Real Estate Appraisal scoring drive recap for Denison, 49 yards in 6 plays after the onside kick recovery by Jacob Powell. Took a minute 56 off the clock, and Jordan Taylor has his second touchdown run of the night from 3 yards out.
Hayes and Lloyd in the backfield. Gaston calls for the ball. Load snap. He's going to throw, and what a great play. Cody Reeves, the catch is made, but the tackle was made instantly. It'll be a gain out to the 23, 24-yard line. Second down and short coming up, but Reeves spot on with the tackle.
That's just a great coverage by Cody. You couldn't really do anything better than that. It was a great catch.
Too wide to the near side for the Tigers. Jacket D needs to answer now that the offense is alive and well. This is a handoff. Lloyd is buried going to be tackled from behind. He ran into jail, somehow got out and scored it up for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, that was a pretty good play. Brandon Jeffrey had a hold of it.
Vince Collins, Big Mo on the side of the Denison Yellow Jackets. Can she stay there?
You know, you really hope so, Lynn, and you can really feel the momentum shift over here. This is a team that all of a sudden instantly gained confidence. I think I'm going to have to write a book called The Tale of Two Quarters with this team.
The Tale of Two Quarters. Well, here comes your big play right here.
Yeah, Charlie Dickens there on the sidelines. 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers, the jumbo set. As Gaston comes up under center, he'll turn, hands the ball off to Hayes. He is met in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
Yeah, give
Oh my God!
And I believe it was Brandon Jeffrey that came shooting through, and it was a massive collision in the backfield, and they lose yardage. It's going to be 4th down and a key situation.
Tigers are kicking. Their coach indicated punt.
Yeah,
all 11 Jackets in on the tackle.
But Brandon Jeffrey somehow, I don't know how he found a spot in that jumbo set, but he came shooting through and makes the hit in the backfield for a loss.
Gaston is furious that they're not going for it. He is hot. Maybe it'll rattle him on the punt. 4th down and 1. Reeves will stand at his 48. Boy, the Jackets need a good return here. Gaston to punt. It is a fake. The Jackets are going to string him out, and it's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. I believe he got it.
I think he got a good spot, and that is a big call. Fake punt inside your own 30-yard line.
1st down for the Tigers.
He barely got it,
by the length of the football.
Well, Floyd Gaston gets the Academy Award because he was the quarterback that was so frustrated that they weren't going to be going for it, and that was all an act, folks. He was putting on a show to make them think that they were going to have to punt.
Yeah, it was. He was on
livid.
The verge of livid, yeah. And he definitely gets kudos there for helping the Jackets to bite the cheese and send their punt return team in. 1st down and 10 after the fake punt. So we've seen an onside kick and a fake punt in back-to-back possessions. This is going to be a deep delayed handoff to Lloyd, and the ball's loose. Denison says they've got it. No indication yet from the officials that they unpile. Still no indication.
Well, it was Mundine that knocked it out. He grabbed the football, the arm, and it came out, and it looks like
Denison
the Jackets
football!
got Mundine knocks it out, and the Jackets are able to recover. I'm not sure. I think it was Jeffrey that fell on the football. Mundine forces the fumble, and Jeffrey recovers, and the Jackets have it a chance to cash in a turnover, the first of the game at the Lincoln 30-yard line.
Well, you said win the turnover battle. You should have put in parentheses on the first key to victory, if you get them, cash them in. Denison with a huge opportunity here. First down and 10 from the Lincoln Tiger 30. 3 wide to the left, 1 man wide to the right. Taylor back to pass. He's going to swing it inside to Reeves. Reeves has got a lane. Reeves is to the 25. He's gone. He'll score. Stick it in the end zone. Put it on the scoreboard. Touchdown Denison from 30 yards out on the inside screen to Cody Reeves.
The bubble screen, and it was Corbin Bodiger that made the touchdown making block out there as he got the linebacker, the last guy that had a shot at him. Bodiger took him out, and Cody Reeves goes untouched 30 yards on the bubble screen pass, and the Jackets have 20 points, looking for 21 right here.
We've seen that play a few times this year, and that's the first time that it's worked for Big.
Yes, it has, and it comes at a key moment. Offsides Tigers, as Powell's kick is good. Decision time.
Now they're going to
for Cody. Cody White.
I would say they have to take the point. Yeah, they're going to take the point and make it an 8-point lead and take the 5-yard penalty on the kickoff.
So that is going to be the indication after a brain-dead first quarter in many ways for the Jackets offensively. They have exploded to life in the second, and 21 unanswered points later, they lead the Lincoln Tigers by 8 points. 4:45 left in the half. We are back on Katy Country right after this. Coach Cody White, a very happy man. What a 7 minutes of football this has been for the Jackets, who are down and really beginning to wonder, do we have a chance in this game? They not only have a chance, they're in the lead now, 21 unanswered points. And the Lincoln Tigers have got to be reeling right now. Powell on the Vision Bank Loan Production Office and Sherman kick. It is going to be taken by Cunningham. He is up to the 10, looks for daylight to the 15, and he's going to be spun in traffic and stopped short of the 20-yard line. 18-yard return.
Well, just a great kick by Jacob Powell. He put that one all the way back to the end zone, about to the 1-yard line.
Now the Bentley Real Estate Appraisal scoring drive recap for the Jackets again. They cash in their third straight touchdown drive. That one took just one play and 30 yards on a 30-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Taylor to Cody Reeves, and a 9-second scoring drive.
Well, the Jacket defense, as important as the offense has been, they've also come to life as they have stopped the Tigers really for the first time tonight on their last possession, and that included a fake punt that resulted in a first down. Low snap, handoff Hayes. He is going to be slung down. Arps has got him, and the pileup begins as black jerseys crash in. Vince Collins, now we're seeing the Denison D. The Denison D is playing like we expected.
You know, guys, it's amazing, this team. They never seem to panic. You know, a first quarter where things weren't going their way, they just keep plowing through, and then you look at the scoreboard now, it's 21 to 13. That's how resilient this team is.
Well, we talked last week about the Jacket defense smelling blood in the second half. They're smelling blood here in the second quarter right now.
Second down and 13. Gaston back. Here comes pressure, and they've got him. He's sacked in the backfield.
Maybe Devontae Kemp.
Devontae Kemp at the bottom, and Aaron Morrison on top.
Mundine comes up with that sack. Second sack of the game they've got on him, and it's just the defensive line for the Jackets has taken control here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think you need to look for a screen of your own right here or some type of delayed draw, because I think they're about tired of seeing that action coming at them.
Third down and 19, the ball at the 10. Denison on top, 21-3, the Sharks circling. And the blitz coming. They're coming with a blitz. And it's going to be a screen pass out in the flats. Great open field tackle, Cody Reeves.
Well, that's just one-on-one tackling, and the toughest tackle to make in football, and he got the job done.
Yeah, and they went backwards on that drive. Lost a total. Let's see, they lost back to the 6 yards on that possession. The Jackets are going to take a timeout to conserve the time. Still 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go. They're going to get the football back possibly for the final possession of the first half, and they will get the football to begin the second half as well.
21-13 Denison, round 2 of the playoffs, and we've got a barn burner here from E.H. Hamby Stadium. We are back after this. You might be able to be one-dimensional in the regular season, but you cannot be in the postseason. A flag on the play, and I believe that the Tigers have got too many men on the field. The Jackets are celebrating, and that's going to back up Gaston even more, I believe.
Yeah, and you see a lot of finger pointing on the Lincoln side right now as 12 men on the field.
Now, Gaston is very upset right now, and I can guarantee you
There
ain't a fake punt coming now. Not on 4th down and about.
He's kicking from
punting
halfway in his end zone.
From his own end zone right here.
They're going to have to get to Ennis to get a first down. Reeves stands at the 39. Gaston gets it away. It's a low kick. Reeves is going to catch it, line drive, up the middle, and if he doesn't trip, he had a lane for huge yardage. As it is, a 7-yard return to the 30.
Well, he fielded it on the fly. That's what I was happy about, because Cody's been had a tendency to let things bounce and dangerously fielding those on the bounce. But right now, the Jackets, great field position at the Lincoln 30. Plenty of time left here in the first half. 3:02 to go.
Jackets will send 3 wide, including Hudson Milford to the right. Matt Davis, the lone man, back to the left. First down and 10 at the Lincoln Tiger 30-yard line. 21-13, Denison leads. 3 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the first half. Taylor back, wants to pass, has time, sets the screen up, Jones, and he dropped the ball. It hit him, and he had a lane to run, and he just couldn't hold on to it as he turned around in traffic.
Yeah. I think he was looking to run a little bit too soon before he had it secured.
That Monty Walker pointing out that was very close to being a completion and a fumble. But the officials rule it incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 30. And this is going to be a handoff to DJ Jones. Spun around in the hole, picked up 2 yards. 3rd down and long coming up. 2:50 to go in the half. And the Jackets at least want to get points from Jacob Powell. They're probably about 5 yards away from an attempt. There is a light wind that would be at his back.
Tiger defense definitely keen on DJ. Just 5 carries for 15 yards thus far, but Jordan Taylor has hurt him.
Taylor back. He's got his man, and he dropped it again. Devin Jackson. He was wide open on the inside slant, and he would have scored.
And it was a great play. He gave him the move to the outside. The defensive back, the defensive back fell down, and then Jackson, he had that wide open slant, but the pass was a little bit hot going to him.
4 down territory.
Jackets going for it. Taylor back, pumps to Jones. It comes back inside. Reeves breaks tackles. The ball's loose. It's picked off by the Tigers.
In midair, a fumble caught in midair, but it was going to be close. He was hit right at the marker, and Cody Reeves, he's holding that shoulder again. He might have got hit in that shoulder, which caused the ball to come out.
Dicell Roberts did not know what had hit him. It was a football. He was as surprised as anybody on the football field when he came up with it.
Big defensive lineman for the Tigers. 245 pounds, the 5'10 junior, and the Tigers turn away the Jackets when Denison could have really put their foot on their throats with a score there. Now it is up to the Jacket D with 2:23 to go to make sure the Tigers don't get within a point of this one or perhaps tie on a 2-point conversion. 2 receivers either side. This is a handoff to Hayes. He's got a big hole. He's to the 40, and he's turned around and dropped after the first down at the 42.
Shalimar Trailer, a touchdown-saving tackle right there. You don't want to give up a big play for a score now here late in the first half.
Well, I hate to keep harping on it, but Denison's Matt Davis had a surefire first down and a whole lot more that he dropped. Jackson dropped one there that was a touchdown, and you just can't do this. The bad snap on the ground, Lloyd's going to get it from Gaston. He's going to be tackled for a loss.
Brandon Jeffries all over him in the backfield.
And Denison has certainly done a lot right in the second quarter, but they could have given certainly not a knockout blow, but it would have been a hard left to the chin of the Tigers after leading 13-0 if Jackson had just held on to the football and taken it to the house.
Tigers just have 1 timeout left, however.
2nd and 11. They'll probably burn it right after this play. Gaston for the ball. He's back. Denison pressure, and he's going to be sacked. He is sacked back inside the 35-yard line, and the Jackets might burn the timeout if the Tigers don't.
Now, Mundine was in there, but I think it was that time Golston and Tremel Washington, who's
no one is going to take the timeout. And that's a surprise. I really thought Denison would want to get the football back, and I guess they're going to wait until after the completion of this play. It's going to be 3rd down and 19. The ball back on the 34 of the Tigers. Yeah, neither team calling a timeout, so the play clock down to 8 seconds, and the Tigers are in danger of running it down and getting the delay of game. Gaston will call for the ball with 2 seconds. He is going to play fake it, rolling, wants to run. Now he's going to be forced out of bounds. And
flag down.
There is a flat penalty marker down on the far sideline, and that would be around the place of an illegal or a defensive hold by the Yellow Jackets. With 48 seconds to go, that would not be enough for the first down, but it would certainly give the Tigers a chance to think about going forward on the 4th down.
Well, the play is going to be negated.
It would be negated. We understand Jeffries is hurt on the far sideline, and he came up limping after that last exchange. And let's see what happens here. The clock stops. The officials are conferring at the 35 where the ball is, and I can't see any way this is not coming against the Yellow Jackets from where it was thrown, and it is a defensive hold against the Jackets. So that is going to be a 15-yard mark-off. And let's see.
It won't be 15.
That's right, 10-yard walk-off. So that would set up 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers with 48 seconds to go in the half. Denison leading 21-13.
Or still going to be 3rd down. 3rd down.
Yeah, Brandon Jeffries just favoring his left ankle just a little bit, but that is one tough individual. We've seen that all year. He's played with some bumps and bruises before.
Defensive holding is the call from the referee, Bobby Dixon, out of the Dallas chapter. The Denison crowd boos their displeasure, but that was the right call. 48 seconds to go.
Going to move it up to the 45-yard line, and
3rd down and nearly 9 to go. We'll call it 8.5.
3rd penalty of the game on the Jackets for 25 yards.
So the Jacket D still needs to come up with a big play here. Ball out at the 45 of the Tigers. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for Gaston. He's back. Here comes the heat. The blitz. He's going to throw. The ball is going to be caught, and the tackle is missed. The first down is going to be made, and then some, and still running to the 34-yard line of Denison is the running, or not the running back. It was Brandon Cunningham who found his way open. Denison blitz from both sides. Petty missed the tackle that would have saved the day, but the Tigers have it 1st down with 37 seconds left.
They're
going to
have to take the timeout because Gaston came up hurt. He just got sandwiched by Mundine and Jaqueline Arps on that play, and he is down leg after the big sack when he got sandwiched by Mundine and Arps on the throw. And if they have to go to their 3rd-string quarterback, they're going way down the depth chart because the 3rd-string guy is the sophomore. I believe John Stearns is the 3rd-team quarterback. Gaston is the 2nd-team quarterback playing in place of Don Canyon, who was their starter.
Well, Gaston is up to his feet, and apparently it was just a stinger type of injury because he is walking under his own power, so they're not going to be forced yet anyway to go to the 3rd-string QB as he appears to have shaken off that monstrous hit. Denison came with a blitz and was a second away from getting him. And now Denison just really has got to play big and keep Lincoln from penetrating the end zone. You know they don't have much of a field goal game. And the Jacket D has got to protect this 33 yards.
They've used their last timeout, so no timeouts left, just 37 seconds to go. And the Tigers, you would think they're going to have to cover all 33 of this to get points.
2 receivers either side, cover 2 look for the Jacket D. Gaston is it's not Gaston in the game. It is going to be a Wildcat formation to Lloyd. Lloyd is going to be in the hole, spun around and dropped, and check it, it's not Lloyd. It is it's Torrey Reese, I believe, who's the backup quarterback. So Gaston had to check out for the play.
It is Lloyd.
Yeah.
It is Lloyd, and now Gaston will check back in.
But the clock on the move. It's going to tick under 20 right now.
And he's trying to get everybody set. The Jackets changing their defensive coverage, and he's going to spike the football with 12 seconds to go. The ball at the 30-yard line.
Man,
Second
It's
down
not a
and
spike.
7.
It hit a player first.
They wasted a lot of time right there, and that's what Mundine is saying, that it looked like it hit one of the Jackets possibly in the foot.
No, it hit the center in the tailbone is
Which
what it did,
bounced
and you
up.
can't do that. You got to hit the ground first.
Yeah, that would be a fumble, and Arps alertly picked it up and was heading the other way. Third down and 7 from the 30, 12 seconds to go. 2 wide to either side. Gaston calls for the ball, low snap, pump. He wants to throw. Here comes the heat. He steps up. He's going to be tackled. That's going to end the half, as the Tigers will not be able to get another snap off. And after a 13-0 first quarter blitz by the Lincoln Tigers, the Jackets responded with a 21 blitz in the second of their own. They lead at intermission 21-13.
Yeah, Devontae Kemp with the big stop right there. Looked like Gaston might have some running room as he. Welcome back to Hanby Stadium in Mesquite. Kevin Farr, Lynn Burkhead, Lance Sandmelon, and Vince Collins as the Denison Yellow Jackets with a 21-13 lead at the half as we get ready to start the second half after the American Bank of Texas halftime show. Once again,
and here they come, the Yellow Jackets.
Once again, American Bank is your bank. American Bank of Texas, member FDIC. The Jackets with an 8-point lead, and they're going to get the football.
Yeah, 2 quarters away from week 13 of the high school season.
And the Jackets
also 2 quarters away from the end of the season if they don't take care of their business. It is an 8-point lead, Kevin Farr, but it's not an 8-point lead I'm comfortable with by any stretch of the imagination. Jackets have taken the field. The Tigers have taken the field as well. And we're going to go ahead and give you the Vision Bank Loan Production Office in Sherman starting lineup. We are assuming that Denison is going to take the football. They have the option.
Oh, they're going to take the football.
And across the front, Dylan Waddell, 6'2", 245 sophomore. Casey Finn, the 5'10", 240 senior. The center, the junior, 5'10", 210-pound. Corbin Bodiger, Christian Lopez, the right guard, 6'2", 260, and the senior. And the big right tackle, Jaqueline Arp, 6'4", 245, and a junior. Devin Jackson, the 6'2", 175-pound senior wideout, along with the flanker, 6', 175 junior, Cody Reeves. Matt Davis, the 6', 175-pound senior, the other wideout. DJ Jones, the 6', 215 junior, with well more than 2,400 yards rushing on the season, 24-33 coming into the contest tonight. And then the big junior, 6'4", 180 junior, Jordan Taylor, who has been the story of this one tonight. Evan Ramsey is out on the field to meet Kevon Gamble, the 2 captains defensively for each squad. And the Jackets are, in fact, going to take the football from the south end zone. The wind is negligible. It is, in fact, the flags are hanging totally limp on both goalposts. And so the Jackets moving from right to left on the radio dial.
Yeah, one other score at halftime. Sulphur Springs and Waxahachie tied at 14 apiece. The winner of this game plays the Sulphur Springs Waxahachie winner next week in round number 3.
Tony Battie is the senior left end, 6', 210, the senior for Lincoln. DeMarcus Turner, we believe they just changed numbers on him, 5'10", 270, and a senior wearing number 66 instead of 99. The right tackle, Giselle Roberts, called his name a couple of times, 5'10", 245, and a junior. On the right end, 5'10", 255, senior Mark Leger. The backers tonight, Ramera Thompson, Lakeem Wilson, and Melvin Johnson. The strong safety, Kevon Gamble, Dwight Morris, one corner, Andrew Taylor, the other, and back deep, the 6'2", 210-pound senior speedster, Donovan Bonner. And that is your Stanley Buick Pontiac GMC starting lineup as we get ready to begin the second half. Vasquez will do the kicking honors on the Vision Bank Loan Production Office in Sherman kickoff.
Shalimar.
It was the American Bank of Texas halftime show.
Shalimar Traylor's back in on the kickoff team. He wasn't in the first half.
Vasquez is going to boot it deep. It's going to be taken by Reeves at the 20-yard line. He looks for blocks. He's up the field. He's to the 30 and spun around and dropped at the 34-yard line. A little extracurricular shoving going on down on the field, but the Jackets will start with decent field position. First down and 10 from their 34.
Yeah, 10 yards on that return, and the Jackets set up pretty good field position once again, and they need to pick up right where they left off in the first half when they really got the big mo on their side with 3 consecutive scoring drives.
They'll come out with 2 wide to either side, Reeves and Jackson to the right, Milford and Davis to the left. Jones and Taylor in the backfield. This is going to be a handoff or fake, and Taylor is going to stiff arm his way and be sacked. That was a tremendous defensive play by the linebacker,
Tony Battie.
Or the end, rather, Tony Battie, who came uncontested and forced Jordan Taylor to try to stiff arm his way around the tackle. He lost 5 on the play, second down and 15 coming up as we begin the third quarter. 3 wide to the left. That'll be Reeves, Milford, and Davis. Jackson, the lone man, to the right as Taylor calls for the ball. He's back, wants to pass, has time. Now he's going to flush to the right, has pressure. He's going to elude it. Battie giving chase. Jordan Taylor's going to launch it downfield. He's got Reeves wide open. Caught at the 40, 35, Reeves 30 and out of bounds.
Yeah, stepped out at the 28-yard line, but what a play as Jordan Taylor, he had all kinds of time. He avoided some pressure. He avoided some pressure on the rollout after he avoided the pressure, and he had time to wait for Reeves to break open over the middle, and he hits him for the big strike down to the 28-yard line, 43 yards on that one.
First down and 10 at the Lincoln 28-yard line, 2 wide. Milford and Davis left, Reeves, Jackson right, and DJ Jones in the backfield as Taylor calls for the ball. He's going to fake it. Jones. Taylor runs up the middle for a couple of yards, and then he's met and driven backwards. And so it'll be second down and long. They're going to give him progress of 1 yard. So second down and 9 coming up. Clock at 11 minutes to go in the third. Denison leading 21-13, looking for more here.
And the Jackets, they've done the damage through the air for the most part. 119 yards passing tonight for Jordan Taylor.
2 wide to either side. As Taylor settles in, calls for the ball, he's going to fake it, or he's going to give it to Jones, and Jones is going to run left, got near the 25-yard line for a 2-yard pickup. That's going to set up third down and long with 10:33 to go in the third. And after that big pass play to Reeves, you really need to do something on this drive to get points. Yeah. 1 score, and Denison probably will win this game. 2 scores, they should win this game. At least that's my opinion here as we are in the early stages of the second half. Taylor rolling, wants to throw on a run, has his man. It's Milford. He caught it, broke free of 1 tackle, then is dropped. Flag on the play.
No,
it's going to be.
I think
there is a penalty marker on the field at the 12. It's going to be face mask, I believe, against the Tigers. We'll wait and see what the indication is.
I couldn't tell because it looked like something came shooting out
Let's
of the
check now with
pile.
Vince Collins. He is right there, Johnny, on the spot. Standing about 5 yards away, and VC, tell us what you saw, and the officials are going to call holding against the Jackets. Vince Collins didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, it looked like an illegal block in the back.
So it's going to back the football up to the
cost the Jackets a first down on that
27.
one. After the 10-yard mark-off, they had the first down yardage necessary, but it's going to back them up 3rd and 9 now.
3rd down and 9, the ball at the 28-yard line. 2 wide to either side. Jackets with Jackson far to the right, and Reeves, the close inside slot man. Taylor will call for the football, and he is going to fake it to Jones. He wants to throw, comes back, Jones, he's got it wide open, 25, 20, 15, 10, to the 5, to the pylon, stick it in the end zone, put it on the scoreboard from 28 yards out, touchdown DJ Jones and the Denison Yellow Jackets, and Jones is now 2 touchdowns from tying the school record for touchdowns in a single year.
That's definitely a second half adjustment. That's something they've had to have seen. That was just wide open, play fake all to the right. DJ slips out to the left, no one home out there with him.
What a drive to begin the second half as that one goes 39 yards on the touchdown pass to DJ Jones. Now Jordan Taylor for the game. He is up to 165 yards through the air.
9:51 to go in the third. Powell for the PAT. Offsides the Tigers, and they punch one of the linemen down for Denison. Well, flags will fly, and the Jackets got the kick, and I'm sure they're going to accept the points.
But they may have blown it dead before the kick went through.
Yeah, Jones now with 38 touchdowns on the year. He is 2 away from tying the immortal Reggie Hunt's 40 TD mark in a single season. The kick, it was a dead ball foul, so they're going to move it half the distance to the goal line.
And in this type of game, the Jackets, they don't want to even bother with trying for a 2. They need every point that they can get through the kicking game.
Powell for his second PAT, and the kick is on the way, and it looks good and is. Timeout on the field, 9:51 to go in the third quarter. Denison has extended their lead 28-13. We're back after this.
Welcome back to Hanby Stadium in Mesquite, where the Jackets of Denison lead Dallas Lincoln now 28-13, and Jordan Taylor has a season-high passing yardage total, 164 yards in the contest for Jordan Taylor. That's a season high, and he may be on pace for a career high, his career high last year in the big Battle of the Axe comeback.
Well, the Tigers are stunned because Denison is now doubled and 1 point more the entire points they had allowed for this season. They'll kick it to Cunningham at the 4-yard line. He's up to the 10, looks for blocks, 15, running across the field. He's got nowhere to go, and he's tackled from behind at the 14.
Great containment by Cody Reeves. He was not going to come close to letting the return man Cunningham get to the corner.
Yeah, Cunningham the last few times has tried to get it up the middle, and they're kicking and cutting off the field for him, and he's had nowhere to go, so he tried to take it outside. Cody was there waiting for that.
Well, the Jacket O with a huge drive to begin the second half. Now a huge defensive opportunity for Denison if they can hold Lincoln out of the end zone and give their offense a chance to extend the lead.
The Jackets have done it through the air in their comeback after 28 unanswered points for Denison thus far.
3 men in the backfield, Lloyd and Hayes, along with Gaston, the quarterback. It's going to be a crisscross, and they're going to give it to Hayes, and he is going to head left, trying to come back to the right. Not much there. Got to the 15, second down and 9.
Now Brandon Jeffrey on the tackle.
We're going to go to Vince Collins in just a moment and talk about Cody Reeves. As well as Jordan Taylor has played tonight, Cody Reeves has also been a huge story offensively with 2 monster catches tonight. We'll come to him and get his thoughts on Cody Reeves' performance right after this. Second down and 9. 2 men wide to the right, 1 to the left. This is going to be a deep handoff to Hayes once again. Got out to the 20-yard line, which will set up 3rd and 4. And Vince Collins, Cody Reeves, monster night receiving so far for the Yellow Jackets.
Now Brandon Jeffrey with the big stop right there. They come up 3rd down and 5.
Well, we'll see what's up with Vince Collins. Unable to hear us right now. 3rd down and long. Blitz coming by the Jackets. And flags on the before the play can begin. Somebody jumped, I believe, for the Tigers. And so 3rd and 4 should be 3rd down and 9. So it's illegal procedure, the indication, or false start. And that'll back them up and make 3rd and 4, 3rd down and 9. With the ball spotted back to the, see where they spot it. They're going to spot it back to the 16-yard line, 15 actually. And so the Tigers facing 3rd down and 9. Denison would love to get a stop here. 2 wide to the left, 1 man wide right. Gaston calls for the ball. He's going to throw. The ball is incomplete. It was dropped. Then there should be a late flag. Where is the flag? Where on earth is the flag for unsportsmanlike conduct? The receiver dropped the football, ran 10 additional yards upfield, and flattened Shalimar Trailer, and the official stood there and looked.
I don't know what they're doing holding the flag back, except the fact that I guess they felt bad because they dropped the pass. I don't know.
But he went 10 additional yards and flattened him after the play concluded. Back in the day when I played, that gets you a yellow hanky each and every time. And yet the back judge just stood there and looked. Gaston to punt it away. Reeves is going to have to back away from this one. It's going to roll dead around the 44, maybe the 45-yard line, and so Denison with another golden opportunity here. So after Lincoln stormed out to a 13-0 lead, looking very impressive on both sides of the football in doing so. It has been all Denison with 28 unanswered points, and the Jackets, the offense now turns into the Sharks, circling in the water, smelling blood here. This could be the first knockout blow of the night. I'm not sure Lincoln is going to be able to come back from 3 scores down with their offense.
Well, Lincoln can't get on their side of the field right now. It's all Jacket side.
First down and 10. Empty backfield for Jordan Taylor. Now he's going to kick Cody Reeves in motion, and Taylor is going to call for his own number. He's going to elude one tackle, can't elude the next, and he's strung down from behind, and I believe that was Petit that made the grab and kept him from getting around the corner for big yardage. It'll be a loss of 2, sets up second down and 13, 8 minutes to go in the third. Jackets leading the Lincoln Tigers 28-13 in a second-round playoff game from E.H. Hanby Stadium in Mesquite. 3 wide to the left, Jackson right, Taylor back. Here comes the heat. He's going to throw the ball away, and alertly does so as the blitz came up the middle, and it'll be
a
third down.
A late flag.
They're going to get him, I believe, for intentional grounding.
Well, it was right at the feet of DJ Jones. The pass was.
There's no question, because Jones was in the vicinity, and I think they're going to wave it off. Yeah, they are going to wave it off. So no flag. Sets up third down and 13 from the 48. And the Jackets have really excelled at third down and long tonight. In fact, they've had a couple of huge plays on third down and long. We'll see if they can do it here. Jackson right, Milford, Reeves, and Davis to the left. And Jordan Taylor back. He's going to swing it. He's got his man. Jackson caught it short of the first down to the 40-yard line. And it'll be fourth down and about 4 yards to go. Probably 4-down territory for Cody White and his squad. 7:28 to go.
Nope, here comes a punt team.
In the third, and they're going to punt the football deep. Don't be surprised. Actually, they're going to say he stepped out. No, he is going to be down at the 41, actually. No, it is on the 40, okay. And so Ramsey's going to come in, and they're going to try to pin the Tigers deep. The Tigers are not buying it. They're looking for the fake, and finally they retreat. Gamble back, and Ramsey is going to put the foot into this one, but a flag, and it's too much time, and that may have been on purpose.
What a nice kick, though.
That may have
he
been.
Got it down inside the 10.
Could have been. They might have wanted to give Ramsey a little extra time, although he did get the snap and kick the ball. And so the Jackets will back up and give Ramsey a little bit more room to work with to try to keep from punting the football into the end zone. On the season, Ramsey has only had 1 touchback, and he's had 7 inside the 20-yard line. He stands at his 41, gets the pass, and will put the foot into this one. It is a high, spiraling kick. Gamble is going to step away, takes a neutral roll, and goes out of bounds around the 20-yard line, the 21 actually, as it hit at the 17, came back 3 yards and goes out, or 4 yards, goes out at the 21. Let's check down with Vince Collins. VC has been roaming down there, and the Jackets offense is playing on all cylinders for the most part now, and the Jacket D as well. Well, we continue to have some communication issues with Vince Collins. We'll work those out and get back with him. First down and 10 for the Tigers at the 21. Jackets a 2-score lead, 6:48 to go in the third. 28-13, Denison in the lead, looking for a Friday after Thanksgiving showdown at Texas Stadium. This is Gaston, calls for the ball, fakes the hand. He's going to try to run. He has a lane, big hole. He's out to the 30, lost the ball. It's loose. Denison is going to pick it up. The Jackets will pick it up and recover at the 37-yard line.
Cody Reeves on the recovery.
Now Reeves picks it up, and I think it was Mundine again that got him from behind.
That's just a heads-up play by Cody Reeves to continue following the play. Actually, it's a touchdown-saving tackle out there.
Yeah,
that
if
got
he had
him
turned the
kick ball
corner,
out.
it was over. If he had been able to keep his feet in bounds and turn around the corner, he could have scored. But the Jackets with a golden opportunity here as the Tigers turn it over at their own 38. 6:38 to go in the third. This could be the first of a couple of knockout blows. Denison needs to salt this thing away. 3 wide to the right, 1-man Davis to the left. First and 10 from the Tiger 38. This is a handoff. Jones weaving his way through traffic. If he could have broken the last tackle, he was gone. He picks up 6 yards, and it'll be second down and short.
Yeah, DJ Jones running with some authority because I'm sure he's a little frustrated on not picking up yards rushing the football. He's come big on the passes tonight, but I know he wants to
He wants to win. That's what he wants to do.
Sure.
And normally it's the second half where we see DJ pick up his big yardage.
This is going to be DJ around the corner. 30, looks for a block. He's got it, and he can't turn the corner down the sideline to try to score. He goes out at the 22-yard line. First down for the Yellow Jackets, however, as Jones bounced it outside, got a tremendous seal block from senior Matt Davis.
Yeah, that play goes down his best run of the night right there by DJ before he's forced out of bounds, steps out of bounds, 11 yards on the run, and those holes starting to open for DJ.
Jordan Taylor fakes it, and Taylor, now the Tigers are keying on him, and he's going to lose a yard and a half back to the 24-yard line. And the Tigers had enough of number 15 running the football on them in the first half, it looks like.
Well, Jordan pulled it a little quick instead of riding it in there like he usually does on the read. He just kind of jumped it to take off a little sooner, and they jumped with him.
Milford, Reeves, and Jackson to the right. Matt Davis way split far to the left. He's the lone man on that side. Second down and 12 from the 24 of the Tigers. Jackets leading 28-13 in the third. This is going to be the option. Taylor is going to keep it, and he got 1 yard, and it'll be third down and 11. And they might go to Jacob Powell for a field goal attempt if they don't pick the first up here, because they are on the edge of his range, and with no wind, he shouldn't have any trouble having a shot to boot it through the uprights. But we'll see if Denison can negotiate. Third down and nearly 12. 2 receivers to either side. And Jordan Taylor calls for the ball. He's back, wants to throw, has some time, throws to the corner, and it's going to be picked off. It was thrown short underneath, and it's going to be picked off by Gamble, but he's going to be tackled at the 8-yard line.
Well, that's really not that bad a play right there. Because,
well, you wanted to try to get the field goal.
But, I mean, it still backs Lincoln up deep inside its own territory. I mean, that's as good as a punt. It would have been a long field goal try, which nothing is a given, but that's about as good as you can hope for if you can't come away with points for the Jackets right there.
Well, the Tigers, their season is not on the line, certainly, because we got an entire quarter left to go, but they need to get something established because Denison has owned them since the start of the second quarter. 4:58 to go in the third, 28-13. The Jackets leading the Tigers. 3 men in the backfield. And somebody, I believe, jumped, and there's the flag. Somebody moved on the right side of the line for the Tigers. The Jackets jumped but got back. It's going to be illegal procedure, although the Tigers are clapping. One of the officials indicated illegal procedure, and that should back them up.
So it's going to be against, they're going to say the Jackets caused the lineman for Lincoln to move, I believe, and that's going to cost the Jackets 5.
Well, one official had signaled illegal procedure as he came to the middle of the field, so that a little bit of a surprise. First down and 5, the ball at the 13. As the Jackets unable to do anything with the turnover they received a few moments ago and turned it back over themselves. This is going to be Gaston. He's back. He throws a hot route. He's got his man Mayberry. Mayberry eludes one tackle but not the next, and he will go down. But it's a first down, and Vince Collins, the Jackets squandered an opportunity there with a big turnover. They were unable to get points. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt them.
Nine yards on the pass that time.
First down and 10 after the 5-yard mark off. And this is going to be Gaston, fakes it, comes near side, and he's going to be strung out and slung down. I believe that was Arps that got him, and it was. Jaqueline Arps strung it down the line of scrimmage. Check that. It was Shalimar Trailer that came roaring up on the safety blitz that strung it down. They're both about the same height.
Well, what the Jackets are doing defensively, they're doing an outstanding job. They're not allowing the big play, and you got to be watching the Tigers getting a little frustrated offensively, it would appear, because they're not having success breaking those big plays that they've been accustomed to.
Clock inside of 4 minutes left in the third. 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. 2 wide to the near side, 1 man far to the left. And Gaston has it, pumps. He wants to go on the hitch and go. His man is open. There's a flag, and Denison going to be guilty of defensive holding Cody Reeves.
Ashton Hughes gave him a huge shot out there when he made the pump fake. He gave a shot on the receiver once he tried to do the hitch and go on him.
And so it'll be a mark off against the Yellow Jackets, and you don't.
But that's still a pretty good move by the Jackets because
potentially saved a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want a big play and a guy getting behind you, and that you did not. Hughes did not have any help behind him on the backside, and they did a pretty good job on that one. And actually, let's see where it's going to be marked off.
Well, the Jackets have hung themselves out to dry after the initial score of the half. They've had 2 possessions in Lincoln territory that have not resulted in points, and either one could have been a knockout blow.
Now that one's going to give them a first down out at the 33-yard line. So the Jackets penalized 10 yards, but it could have been a lot worse if he gets behind Ashton Hughes and is open down the sideline.
2 receivers left, 1 man, that's Mayberry to the right, as Gaston steps back with Lloyd and Hayes in the backfield. New set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line, and the Jackets are drawn across, flags fly, free play. They're going to throw it to Mayberry. He's caught, he's got it, and he's going to be drugged down at the 30, and that's going to count because they had the free play as Denison bit hard and jumped off sides.
Well, it was the free play, and the Jackets, they kind of relaxed a little bit as they
Zach Smith is livid right now at his secondary.
Yeah, they kind of relaxed when they saw that it was going to be a penalty, and they allowed the receiver to get behind them for the first time tonight.
Well, Jacket D needs to stiffen up here because a score and the Tigers are right back in this football game. 3:41 left in the third. 28-13 Denison leads, but the Tigers threatening after the botched play right there. I don't know anything else to call it, as they relaxed and gave the Tigers a free play that got them to the Denison 25. Gaston, hard count, calls for the ball, hands it off. This is Lloyd. Lloyd is going to be slung down by Jaqueline Arps. A big loss. It was Mundine, who got a hold and never let go.
Yeah, Mundine, he just had outstanding penetration right there, and it was a massive loss, back 7 yards.
Charles Lloyd is the starting running back, or he was listed coming into tonight, and he did start, but Hayes has done much, much more damage against the Jackets than Charles Lloyd has. He has been stymied all night long, as now we're at 2:59 and rolling in the third period. The Jackets trying to stiffen up here. 3 wide to the right, 1 man. Farr to the left. Hayes in the backfield with Gaston. This is Gaston back. Here comes the blitz. He's hit and dropped at the 41-yard line.
That's Brandon Jeffrey on the outside stunt.
Blitz as Jeffrey stunts outside, and this is the defense we are expecting to see. And Vince Collins, the sideline, getting electrified after 2 big hits in a row.
It is, Lynn. And, Lincoln was taking a chance of really putting some points on the board right here and trying to swing this momentum back in their favor. It's nice to see the defense step up and try to shut that down right now.
There is an injured player on the field.
Yeah, it's Gaston, as he'd been shaken up a little bit in the first half, and Jeffrey, he just came untouched from the backside and just
it was the blindside blitz.
Yeah, and Jeffrey, he came untouched, and he just laid out Gaston back at the 40-yard line, loss of 8. That's the 4th sack of the night for the Denison defense, and they've got the Tigers way back at 3rd and a mile right now, 3rd and 25 coming up on this play with it's going to be their 3rd-string quarterback coming in.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm impressed that Gaston was able to hold on to the ball, because he was totally oblivious to the freight train named Jeffrey coming his way, who hit him like a ton of bricks.
Well, Jeffrey knocks people silly just when they know he's coming, and he was blindsided. He had no clues behind him.
If you saw the Battle of the Axe hit on Madison Carter, this was about the same in terms of the collision that occurred, but it was totally unexpected and blindside. Gaston is asking what state he is in right now.
It's been impressive what that front 7 of the Jackets have done, putting pressure on the quarterback the last half of the season. They're up to 38 sacks on the year for Jeffrey. That's his 5th sack of the season as well, and Golston is holding his arm. He He's
Gaston,
heading for,
rather.
or Gaston is holding his arm, headed for the sideline. It's going to be the backup quarterback that's going to have to come in, actually the third-team quarterback for Lincoln. That's going to have to come in and
Anthony
lead this one.
Stribling, I believe, is going to be the quarterback.
Last time Charles Lloyd did the direct snap, so I don't know if they're going to stick with that or bring in a backup.
And I believe they're going to put Stribling at quarterback.
Yeah, that's going to be a Wildcat formation with the running back at the quarterback position. So we'll see if that negates any passing.
Charles Lloyd is going to take over at QB. -8 after they got to the 25. The Tigers have gone backwards, and Charles Lloyd, the quarterback, he is going to fake it to Hayes. Here comes Morrison. Almost got to Lloyd. He throws it downfield. It's almost picked off by the Yellow Jackets.
Now
Swinger came over, had a shot at it, but it falls incomplete, and it will be punting time for the Lincoln Tigers.
Now, also, they're going to see a new punter here as well, because Gaston was handling the punting duties on the evening.
Do you come after him with Shalimar trailer, or
I'm
do you
sure
set the return up to try to keep from getting pinned deep in your own?
Yeah, back deep in their own end. I would imagine the Jackets will probably come after this one, trying for the block.
Cody Reeves stands at his 10. Charles Lloyd will stand at his 47. And the Jackets, they're showing they're coming after it. Flags.
They didn't
before.
have enough guys on the field, and the Jacket coaches caught that. They get a timeout just in time.
2:13 to go in the third. 28-13. Denison in the lead. We're back after this. Class 4A Division II playoff action in 60 seconds continues. Back at Hamby Stadium, Cody Reeves at the 10. Charles Lloyd gets it. And the Jackets, a little token rush, but nothing really there, and they're going to let the ball bounce. And it's going to roll inside the 20, down to the 10, and be down at the 9-yard line. And so the Jackets, with 2:02 to go in the third, leading 28-13, start 1st and 10 there. And they want to be careful with the football here.
Well, this is where they need to put together a methodical drive and just drive the ball down the field, be patient, get it back off their end of the football
field. We talked
field.
about a championship-style drive in the second half against Sherman.
Correct.
To put it away, they did something very similar last week in the second half against Roy City, and a methodical drive that would take 2, 3, 4 minutes off the clock and result in points would probably put this one in the books for the Yellow Jackets unless some crazy things happen at the end of the game. 3 wide to the left, 1 man wide right, and this is going to be Jordan Taylor. He's going to run behind DJ Jones, gets the corner. He's got the 15, and he's slung out of bounds. Come on, where is the flag? They tackled him 3 yards out of bounds. That's the second flag they've stood there and not thrown.
Well, that's a nice run, 8 yards on first down. The Jackets being pretty conservative and just getting Jordan Taylor out there on the perimeter, and he has a nice gain, sets up a 2nd and short for the Jackets now.
Yes, 2nd and short. Ball at the 17-yard line, 3 wide to the near side. That's Milford, Reeves, and Davis. Devin Jackson, the lone man, to the right. Might be a good place for a play fake here over the middle. They're going to fake it to Jones and instead run Jordan Taylor up the middle. He breaks the first couple of tackles and got near the marker, but somebody came crashing down on top of him, and he gets up a little gingerly. And they're going to get the dreaded left foot spot. Right, going this direction.
I think they're going to bring the
chain.
They're going to bring the chains out to measure on this one.
Yeah, he's going to be short because the ball is just across.
Vince is going to get
the 19-yard line, and he had to get about 6 inches beyond it, and I don't think there's any way that they're going to give it to him. All right, Vince Collins, give us a call. Did he get it?
Guys, it looks like we might be he got that.
Oh, a little flip-flop action there, and they're going to stretch it, and it is inches shy.
Nope, he didn't get it.
Yeah, I thought so. I could see from here where the marker was versus where the ball was. It was on the hash, and so it's going to be 3rd down and inches from the 19 as flip-flop Collins called it one way, and it came back to bite the Yellow Jackets the other way. Clock winding, 1:48 to go. 3rd down and inches. 3 wide to the left, Jackson to the right as Denison tries to milk time and pick up the first here. Jones will flip sides, and Taylor has the ball, looks for a block, tries to get around the corner. He's not going to get it, and the Jackets are going to have to punt, as the Tigers did a very good job of recognizing that and came out.
They they had 9 guys in the box on that time, and they knew the Jackets were probably going to run it, and they just came with everybody that time.
Yeah, that's the time when you see 9 in the box, you want to throw it deep.
Well, and also they're trying to get to the outside. Jordan trying to go outside when you've got maybe inches to get the first down. So defensive end tripped him up, slowed him up, and let the defense get to him.
Lloyd is standing at his 42, and Ramsey is standing at his 2. So a swing of field position here. And Ramsey's going to get it, launches it, and it is a high spiraling kick. Fair catch called for by Lloyd. He dropped the ball. The Jackets have recovered. They've got it inside Lincoln territory.
No. It's a muff punt. The Jackets will have it right at the spot of the turnover at the 46-yard line on the muffed punt. The Jackets come away, and it's not going to officially go down as a turnover, but it might as well be, as Lincoln gives it right back to the Jackets at the Denison 46.
I got to tell you, I've never quite understood how you rule a muff punt, because he went right through his breadbasket. He made contact and touched it, and that's got to be, in my book, that's a turnover. Either way, the Jackets get the football. It may not be an official turnover, but they do get the football back. First down and 10 at their own 46. New life for Denison as they try to put this one away. Taylor rolls. He's going to throw. Got his man, Milford. He's got it, and he's going to weave his way out of bounds in Lincoln territory to the 43, first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, D.J. Jones setting up a lot of extra duties tonight there. He was protection blocking for Jordan Taylor on the pass.
Nice 11-yard pass on that one.
Clock at 1:19. They'll set the sticks and wind it. 28-13, Jackets in the lead. They want to. They have not scored since their opening possession of the half after an explosive 14-minute run. And this is a deep handoff. Jones is going to weave his way through traffic and is going to be driven backwards and slung down to the turf. But he gets to the 42-yard line, so a pickup of 1 on the play. And his rushing yardage has been it's not really there. You can see that the Tigers are selling out to keep D.J. Jones from having a huge night tonight, but that's just opened up almost everything else for the Jacket offense.
The seams are just wide open.
Taylor back, fakes the screen, comes back inside Reeves. Reeves has it, a seam, gets outside, he's gone. Reeves 25, to the 20, to the 10, stick it in the end zone, put it on the scoreboard from 43 yards out. Touchdown Denison and Cody Reeves.
What a play design on that one. They had the screen set up to both sides.
And the Lincoln fans are heading for the exits en masse right now.
The Tigers had given up 13 points all season, and the Jackets are an extra point away from putting 35 up on them in 3 quarters.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know if the Denison Yellow Jackets are for real, the emphatic answer is absolutely yes. And Jacob Powell is going to boot it, and it's 35-13 as Denison begins to pull away. And they are 1 quarter and 41 seconds from a Thanksgiving weekend showdown at Texas Stadium. We are back after this. Well, as Vince Collins said, in the first half, a tale of 2 quarters. Lincoln dominated the first to lead 13-0, and how about 35 unanswered points since that point in time? And we still got 41 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lincoln stunned their fans heading for the exits. 35-13, the Tigers in a serious bind in this area round playoff matchup from Hamby Stadium.
And Jordan Taylor has a career-high 226 yards passing.
And he's not done.
It's been the passing attack of the Jackets that have done it tonight.
Jacob Powell on the Vision Bank Loan Production Office in Sherman kick. Cunningham at the 11. He fields it, looks for blocks to the middle, found a little seam, got out to the 23-yard line and goes down. And with 35 seconds to go in the third, Lance, the Lincoln Tigers, we did not think had a quick strike offense. And with the way the Denison defense is playing, that might have been the turn out the lights punch right there.
Yeah, I believe it was. Lincoln's in trouble. They're going to have to put together some quick scores, and I don't think there's enough time left for them to do that the way they've been doing on offense tonight.
Let's take a look at the Bentley Real Estate Appraisal scoring drive recap quickly for the Jackets. 54 yards in just 3 plays after the muff punt. Took 44 seconds on that drive, and it was a 43-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Taylor to Cody Reeves. 3rd touchdown pass of the night for Jordan Taylor, which ties the single-game school record.
Floyd Gaston is back in at quarterback after the blindside blitz
tough young
Left
man.
him a little dizzy, yes indeed. 3 to the near side, 1 left. He's going to throw the middle. The ball is incomplete. His receiver had hit him in the back. The intended receiver was Stribling, Anthony Stribling, the senior, who had 400 yards receiving coming in, but he ran the wrong route apparently because the pass from Gaston hit him in the back to fall incomplete. 2nd down and 10, 32 seconds to go in quarter number 3 as the Jacket fans are really energetic right now. They sense Texas Stadium next Friday night.
That Jacket front forward is pinning their ears back. Actually 3 men coming in on rush.
2 wide to either side. Gaston back to pass. Here's the blitz. He's going to flush out of the pocket. He's going to run to the 30, and he says, I don't want anything to do with Cody Reeves, and he wisely runs out of bounds. Might have picked up 2 or 3 more yards if he had wanted to embrace the collision, but after shaking the cobwebs out, he wanted no more. 26 seconds to go as the clock stops. 3rd down and 2 from the 31.
Well, the penetration the front 4 got on that rush was something to flush him out quick. They're just pinning their ears back and coming hard, and that's just 4 down linemen facing 5 offensive linemen, and they're getting the job done.
Yeah, we'll send a man in motion. And Gaston calls for the ball. He's going to hand it off to Hayes. Hayes heading around the left side. 1st down as he gets out to the 36-yard line before he's wrestled out of bounds. So the new set of downs, and they'll stop the clock with 21 seconds to go. This is the longest last minute of a quarter I've seen, I think, all season.
Well, Lincoln better hope that they stop the clock as much as possible if they're going to try to get back in this ball game.
Yeah, it's almost a have to. They've got to score, you would think, on this drive. Clock will wind. He did not get out of bounds. They stopped it for the 1st down, and the clock is winding. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Gaston, hard snap count, calls for the ball. He's going to hand it to Hayes. Hayes is weaving his way through traffic. Devontae Kemp chairing the committee of black jerseys that will take him to the turf. And that expires the 3rd quarter. We are in Jacket quarter. 12 minutes is all that separates Denison from week 13 of the Texas high school football season, and a Friday after Thanksgiving feast at the Big House, the house that Tom Landry built, Texas Stadium. We are back after this. E.H. Hamby Stadium, the side, 12 minutes, the distance from Mesquite, Texas to Irving, Texas. The Denison Yellow Jackets are licking their chops for a week 3 matchup against either Waxahachie or Sulphur Springs at Texas Stadium next Friday night at 8 p.m. They have a 35-13 lead, and if they can protect that for 12 minutes in Jacket quarter, they will be on their way to the house that Tom Landry built. 2nd down and 9, 3 wide to the right for the Lincoln Tigers. 1 man Mayberry to the left. Gaston, as he shook off the cobwebs, will have Hayes flank him in the backfield. And he will call for the football. And he's going to hand it off Hayes. Hayes bursts up the middle, big hole. He's to the 50 and into Denison territory, tackled at the 42. They definitely had a nice play call there as Denison overloaded to the left side where 3 receivers were. And it was just a quick hitter up the middle, and once Hayes got off the line of scrimmage, there was a lot of green turf. First down.
Jackets linebackers were also stunting to the outside because they've usually been bouncing outside. They ran up the gut. Nobody was home in the middle once they got by the line.
11:54 left in the game. Denison up big, 35-13. As the Tigers, Gaston is going to hand it off. Hayes again. Hayes spins his way out of a couple of tackles. Then he's going to be dropped at the 35, but that's an 8-yard gain. I tell you what, Lloyd was the guy the coaches were worried about, but Hayes has done all the damage tonight for Lincoln.
You know, Mason Hayes is quite the package at 5'8", 195, power and speed to boot.
We're going to come down to Vince Collins after this play and talk about what the Denison defensive staff, led by Zach Smith, what they're designing, trying to stop a suddenly resurgent Lincoln Tiger offense. We'll come to him after this play. It's 2nd down and 3 from the 35. Hayes and Gaston, they want a timeout to talk about if they see a defense they don't like. We'll join him. 11:14 left in the game. 35-13 Denison. Round 2 of the 4A Division II playoffs continues after this. We're back. We are back. E.H. Hamby Stadium, Mesquite, Texas. Lynn Burkhead, Kevin Farr, Lance Sandmillet. Vince Collins, our illustrious sideline reporter. The shaggy Vince Collins, I might add. We're going to go down to Vince. VC, what defensive coaches just had a meeting with their D. What'd they say?
The main thing, guys, they want them to stay aggressive and wrap up when they tackle. Right now, it's like, they're trying to lay the big hit, but they're letting these guys spin off, make the big runs. It's just unnecessary. They need to stay fundamentally sound right now.
2nd down and 2. This is going to be handoff to Hayes, and he is going to be hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage.
Hit and wrapped up.
Yes.
Mundine and company, Mundine and Jeffrey right there to wrap him up.
We mentioned the Shaggy Vince Collins, and he does kind of look like Shaggy off the Scooby-Doo.
He doesn't sound like
But he
Shaggy,
has not cut his hair. He's got the playoff hairdo going.
Well, he said he wasn't cutting his hair till the Jackets lost, and they.
Well, if they want out this year, he could have a ponytail by the time next year's over. Gaston running for his life, throws it downfield. It's picked off at the 1-yard line.
Ashton Hughes with the pick, and he and Traylor had double coverage out there and come away with another turnover. That's, would be the 4th of the game for the Lincoln Tigers.
Interceptions for Ashton Hughes, and he ties Shalimar Traylor for the team lead in interceptions, and the Jackets have it at the 2-yard line, turning away the Tiger threat. 10:35 left, and if the Lincoln Tiger fans that are left, even more heading for the exits as we speak. I think
the Jackets, since the first quarter, they have dominated this football game.
Yeah, they certainly have. See what they can do here.
Much like a week ago against Royce City. It's
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left to right on the radio dial. This is going to be a handoff to DJ Jones. He is going to break tackles. He's out to the 10 and sandwiched down after the first down carry to the 15-yard line.
And it's been some tough yards for DJ tonight. That's a gain of 13. He's got 47 yards. That's his best run of the night. He's been held in check, but that's opened things up for Jordan Taylor, both running and passing the football.
Well, with 10:25 to go, and the Tigers, I think, beginning to mentally come close to caving in, he might get a chance to pop a big one before this one is over with. The ball is out to the 15, 1st down and 10. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. The clock is winding, and the Jackets will milk every second off the play clock. It is going to be a handoff. Jones coming near side, looks to get around the corner. He's to the 20. Jones to the 30 and tackled there as he picks up 15 yards, and that takes him over the 60-yard mark for the night. And Jones is 2 touchdowns away from tying Reggie Hunt's what was thought when he said it to be an untouchable touchdown mark for a single season of 40. DJ Jones, if he could have gotten a block there, Kevin Farr, he might have gotten within 1.
Yeah, it's big yardage, both carries that time for DJ Jones, and you can see that the Lincoln defense is just demoralized right now. He got a great block from Hudson Milford on that one.
Milford and Davis will split to the left, Devin Jackson to the right. And this is Taylor. He's going to fake it to Jones. He's coming near side, looks to weave his way back through traffic, and he gets to the 31. Actually, they're going to say, they're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. So a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 coming up. Clock on the move, 9:25 to go. And the Jackets, well, that's how far they are from Irving, Texas.
Well, Lincoln's just itching to get burned for a big one. They've got 7 men up in the box, and the free safety is
There's
up
a lone
6
man
yards
back there.
deep. And I can't imagine if DJ can get popped loose, he's going to be off to the races.
2nd down and 9. Clock will wind almost to 9 minutes before the snap. Play fake to Jones. Taylor rolls. Now he's going to swing it back. It's a screen, and Jones catches it but had to come back to it and fell. It's a loss back to the 28-yard line, but the clock will continue to wind, and that's the main thing for the Yellow Jackets.
If he doesn't go to a knee there on the little bit of a short toss, he had some pretty good yardage down this sideline.
It was set up perfectly. The blockers were already set up. There was 1 defensive man against 2. DJ was fixing to be off to the races.
3rd and 11 from the 29. Jackets milking the play clock at 8:35 and rolling in the 4th. 9 seconds left on the play clock itself. And Taylor calls for the ball, hands it off Jones. Jones is going to weave his way upfield to the 32 for about 3 yards. And the Yellow Jackets will punt the football away, but they milked about 2 minutes off the clock on this possession, and they'll punt it away. One would think they'll punt it away.
Yeah, they're probably they're going to run it all the way down here, and might even use their second timeout.
Yeah,
send the punting unit on the field. They just want to milk as much as they can, and the time is getting short on the Lincoln Tigers season.
Yeah, and the crowd is getting short as well for the Lincoln Tigers. They brought a pretty nice crowd tonight, but they've, for the most part, headed for the exits. And there's the timeout. 7:49 left in the game, 35-13 Denison. They appear to be well on their way to Texas Stadium next Friday night. We're back after this. We're back, Hamby Stadium, in the Denison crowd, home crowd, if you will, in this playoff game where Denison is the home team. Very enthusiastic right now. They are smelling Friday after Thanksgiving. They call it Black Friday because it is usually the biggest retail shopping day of the year, and if Denison can be the home team next week, it would indeed be Black Friday at Texas Stadium, as the Jackets are 7:49 away from moving to the house that Tom Landry built. Ramsey on to kick it, and it is a spinning kick, short one that's going to bounce and go across the midfield stripe, picked up and tackled after a couple of yards. That was a dangerous pickup for Tony Battie, but he picked it up and got 2 yards, and the Tigers will start this possession in Denison territory at the 47 with 7:40 left in the game.
Then we got an update on the playoff game with Sulphur Springs, Waxahachie. That is Sulphur Springs 35, Waxahachie 21 into the fourth quarter.
So a big, big showdown perhaps next week. Sulphur Springs' outstanding quarterback.
Would be a rematch of last year's contest that the Jackets took it on the chin in a big way at Sulphur a year ago.
Gaston is back out at quarterback. Lloyd and Hayes in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the Denison 46, 7:40 to go in the game. And Gaston has it. He's back, pumps. Now he wants to come deep. He's flushed. He's going to be hit, driven backwards. He's running, throws on the run. The ball is up for grabs. Picked off. The Jackets have picked it off at the 35 on the tip drill.
Cody Reeves, Shalimar trailer tips it up. Cody Reeves with the interception.
And Gaston is slow to get up again.
Mundine was all over him once again.
It wasn't Cody. It was Tyron Swinger back on the coverage on the tip drill.
Yeah, the Jackets come away with another turnover. And
that was an ill-advised pass by Gaston. He was running for his life from Mundine or Morrison. I didn't see which.
It was Mundine that had a hold of him. When he let it go.
Tossed it downfield. It was tipped up in the air, and the INT made by Reeves, and that gives Reeves his 2nd interception of the year. And the Jackets handily winning the turnover battle tonight against the Lincoln Tigers. They'll come out 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right, 7:28 left until Texas Stadium next week. This is Jones. He's got it, comes near side, finds a seam back to the middle, breaks a tackle, and he is out to the 48-yard line of the Tigers. First down, a 13-yard
DJ Jones,
DJ.
He's just doing what you got to do late in the quarter. He's got both hands wrapped around that football, keeping it in tight. Not going to let anybody strip it from him.
Absolutely tucked it in a lot like Emmitt Smith used to do when he was romping up the middle for the Cowboys. And DJ Jones is apparently going to have his chance to romp on the same turf that Emmitt Smith used to romp on, the Big House in Irving, Texas Stadium next Friday night. Play fake. Jordan Taylor is going to run the football. Looks for some daylight. Comes back to the near side, and he gets a yard and then is shut down 2 yards, actually. So the Tigers have done a nice job of controlling Taylor after a big first half on the ground. And the Jackets really tonight has been the story of their versatility. We knew they could run the football. Not a whole lot of people knew they could throw it. They found that out tonight.
Big Ben Williams in for the ball game. DJ Jones taking a breather.
158 yards rushing tonight for the Jackets, 224 through the air. Just outstanding balance tonight.
2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Ben Williams, he's got it. Ben Williams, big hole. Ben Williams is to the 41-yard line, 9 yards on his first carry of the night. 6:14 and counting in this football game.
Big Ben's running hard. If they're going to come up and tackle him one-on-one, you're in trouble because he is a load.
Now the Jackets are showing in then some. They are far more than the DJ Jones show.
3rd and short again. Let's see if the Jackets put it in the air this time with the Tigers really up there tight at the line.
This is going to be a handoff. Jones running in traffic. He's got the first down.
Ben Williams.
As he gets, I said Jones, it was Williams. And Williams may be called upon to finish the night.
Yeah, DJ's getting a breather on the sideline. He's had 12 tough carries for 79 yards. Things really opened up a lot more in the second half. He was really called on. It was his blocking in the first half that really helped get the Jackets going.
5:42 and counting in the fourth. First down and 10, Denison at the Lincoln Tiger 37. Too wide to the left, Devin Jackson to the right. This is going to be Big Ben weaving through traffic, got back to the line of scrimmage. And the clock will continue to roll as Denison is just content to milk it right now.